Hello. I have not had a chance to write down the research for this, so I'm gonna wing it. I've got my links. It's all good. So today, Jessie and I are going to build a boyfriend. As you do. And then I'm going to tell you all about it. No, I'm going to tell you about it first. Then we're going to build a boyfriend. Waiting for... Yeah, so Jessie's like, oh, it's Valentine's Day this week, so we should do something Valentine's Day. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really a Valentine's person, but sure. I was like, there's a new game, point and click / visual novel called Dr. France Build a Boyfriend. Why don't we do that? It's published by Ratalaika, developed by Hayden. It's the first one that they've brought to Xbox. So yeah, it's it came out on the 2nd of February this year, 2024. All of the achievement... None of the achievements seem to be storyline. Everything is minimal, which means probably multiple endings, but it also has one where you can die by having the big dictionary in your pocket. So I'm going to go with, if it has an inventory, it's a point and click. Hi, Leaky. There are 11 achievements to this game. It's an ID at Xbox game. Thank you to ID at Xbox for the code for this game. On Xbox, this game is £4.99 or $4.99. Let's put the link. It's also available on PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation, and Switch. So there we go. It originally came out 2018. So the description on IGDB is it's a comedy visual novel mixed with point and click adventure elements. Excellent. Love a good point and click. What else do I usually tell people about? Oh, the description. I will read the description in a minute. I think I covered everything else. Right. After being kicked out of both his PhD program of plant science as well as medical school, pathology, Dr. Frank had pretty much resolved himself to a life of solitude and silence. That is, until a handsome stranger knocked on his door and swept him off his feet. Dominique seemed to be the perfect boyfriend, attentive, caring, and invested in Dr. Frank's work. 3 months into the rainbow colour relationship, Dominique runs off with Dr. Frank's lifelong research on resurrection to present at the annual prestigious Hindenburg University Conference under his own name. Not only is Dr. Frank going to one-up Dominique's presentation by presenting the world's first artificial life form, but Dr. Frank is going to make said life form the world's most hottest, most beautiful boyfriend. Dr. Frank's Build a Boyfriend is a comedy, boys love visual novel mixed with point-and-click adventure elements. It's got over 20,000 words. We can build our own customizable boyfriend. We can find clothes for our monster, if we want to. And there are several key routes and endings. And I'm just waiting for Jessie now to join. So, yeah. Ooh, hello, message. It's not quite. It says he's be there shortly. Shortly. I need you to be less longly. Also, I've got an Amazon delivery that's been like just in the area for about the last like 5-6 hours. So at some point, my buzzer is going to go wrong. Hi, Dan. Milo. Yeah, exactly. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, everything could be set on fire. That's definitely a thing. Um, 5 stops away. No, it was 8 stops away, then 7 stops away, and now it says the imitable. This driver has other deliveries to make. On his way to see you. They have other deliveries, basically. Which means that this driver has to make a few more deliveries on the way to your address, which basically means that they did things out of order and they are just slowly working their way further and further away. It's because there's usually a ton of deliveries around here, and also because the Amazon warehouse is literally down the road, as in my bus that I usually get stops like literally outside the Amazon warehouse. If I go like a further 3 stops on my thing. So yeah. Right. Well, how about we I'll buzz Jesse again just to see if we can get him on the line. And then we'll load up the game and see what options we've got. But yeah, you watch. It'll either get to be like, you know, an important time or literally just as like Jesse joins or something. We will get the delivery. Oh, I've got the hiccups. No, I've got gas. Kind of hiccups. Hiding games. Okay. English. No, that's somehow gone into Spanish. English, please. I don't speak Spanish. Okay. Right. So, stop. Show all. Skip on scene. Extras. Whoa there, buddy. You're not even going to try and finish the game first? For shame. I just wanted to see what there were! I'm being shamed by the game. That's kind of mean. Can't really do much more. Waiting for Jesse. So yeah, 11 achievements. There's a little piggy in the corner. Also, it's Pancake Day. So hopefully everyone had their pancakes. I made pancakes today. I plan to make pancakes tomorrow. I had to double check the username there, Leaky. It's usually Dan making terrible puns. Groan. It's like the first thing I do is like, do the preferences to see what I can, turn down and stuff. And then, go, oh, what extras? What can I unlock? And it's like, oh, you've not even tried to play that. I was like, yes, because I want to know what I'm unlocking. Hmm. Jesse is late because he had to shovel snow and then eat lunch and then get water. It's like... Ugh. How dare. I mean, you know. Sustenance and hydration?
It's donut day, not pancake.
It's pancake day! Also, hi Jesse. It's definitely pancake day. I checked. It says so on the calendar. It's an official thing.
I mean, you could just call it, you know, Fat Tuesday.
Why would I call it that?
Because that's what it's also referred to.
Not over this side of the earth. And besides, it's not
In
Fat
your little
Tuesday.
island.
I believe it's called Mardi Gras. Thank you very much.
That's also a thing it's called?
Yeah. It's also called Shrove Tuesday because, you know, you're supposed to, it's like the start of Lent. But for me, it is Pancake Day. And so I had pancakes. Hi, Jesse.
I was gonna say,
We're ready for you.
You're definitely assuming a certain religious bent there.
With what?
Then.
Mardi Gras?
No, the Lent thing.
Lent! Oh, well, no, I'm just saying that it is. I've never done Lent. I don't have any...
Well, people wouldn't refer to it if they didn't celebrate Lent.
You don't celebrate Lent. It's a period of fasting.
I mean, observe
Giving
it
up stuff.
there.
Okay. Yeah, well, I don't observe it. I never have, because I'm not religious. But I did have religious education in the sense that we had RE lessons, so I learned all about it. But to me, screw Shrove Tuesday, it's Pancake Day. That's the most important thing that I took out of those lessons, is that you have pancakes.
You did the extras a few times.
Oh, no, I just did it once. Does it do something different if you do it again? Okay.
I don't think so.
You're trying to get into the extras without even having finished one ending? My dude, I'm judging you! At least play through all the way to the end first. Okay, yes, that does actually change. I'm trying... no. Okay.
What happens if you hit epilogue?
There's an epilogue? Oh, yeah. I didn't even see that. Oh, that's what the piggy is! Whoa there! Looks like you haven't unlocked the secret ending yet. This epilogue, which is brand new for the console release, is only playable after you get the secret ending. For a hint, find a purpose for the dictionary you find in the study and then follow up on what you find. Good luck. Oh look, Jesse, there's a cursor. It's a point and click. I mean, it's self-described as a point and click, but there's a cursor and it's a little umbrella or something. It's kind of cute.
I was gonna say, is it like the fire
Bellows?
thing?
You
Yeah,
mean
bellows. There we go. There's the word.
I don't know. I'm going with umbrella. It could be bellows. It could also just be like an elongated spade, as in the like card suite. As in hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. Do you call them something different over there? Maybe they're called like fat shovels or something. The card suit. Spades. Yeah, you have spades over there?
Yeah, no, we call them spades.
Okay. So it's not like...
Well, wait, you mean like the actual thing, a spade? Not just the card suit, a spade?
Well, yeah, I mean, no, but you call those shovels, right?
We have different, like, we have spades, we have shovels, trowels.
Well, I mean, at least call a spade a spade. It's like one of those things bishops carry, only upside down. You mean the incense lantern thingies? And yes, I know you can eat pancakes any day, but this is the official day of pancakes. I have
I feel like I needed a donut.
You can have a donut, but it doesn't make it donut day.
No, it's pretty common for this to be donut day over here.
Okay. Show me an official calendar with it saying donut day and I'll believe you.
And Dan says it's quiche day. Dan,
Yes,
will you
but-
make me a quiche?
Yes, but it's Dan.
That's fine. I'll take a quiche.
Okay. Does it have salmon in? Because I like salmon quiche.
I mean, there are many things that can go in a quiche.
I like salmon and broccoli. Cheese. It's my favourite quiche. No, I want quiche. God damn it, Dan. Why am I just staring at this thing? Oh, it could be like a sword with a foil. A really short sword.
It's a really small lance.
Yes. Yes, because it's more likely to be a lance because it doesn't have the little loop that foils have that you can, like, put your hand through. Okay, should we start? Rather than... Are you even live? Yes. I need to refresh my page because it doesn't show you as live.
That's the thing, like, I had your page loaded up, and usually it loads up your stream as soon as you go live, but it didn't. I had to actually refresh the page. I was like, what have you done, Twitch?
Yeah, I think Twitch broke something because it did the same to me. Okay, so...
Yeah, it's just doing that in general, like...
Yeah.
I had other pages open, and now it's like, nope.
Okay, so... How do you want to split the,
Let's get into the game and see what it does.
Okay, fine. Ding, 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 ding. Oh!
That was one extra ding, ma'am.
Oh. Once upon a time in the treacherous mountain hillsides of Janelle, there lived a wondrous... Jeedle. Okay, there lived a wondrous, amazing, and most incredible scientist named Dr. Frank. And yes, he was a doctor. He finished like half of both his doctorates before he got kicked out. That totally counts.
Oh shit.
Everyone lay off about this. Ahem. Anyway. The super awesome Dr. Frank spent his days toiling away at his research, pursuing his lifelong dream of bringing people back from the dead. It wasn't for any sentimental reason. There wasn't some long-lost loved one he wanted to bring back or anything. No, this was for a much more noble pursuit. The aim of advancing mankind's scientific knowledge. And yet, it was this same research that caused the local villagers and even the weak-minded university men to fear him. Because they were stupid and jerks, and they couldn't possibly understand the sheer genius of Dr. Frank's work. I feel like this is kind of self-narrated.
No, this is definitely a biography. Maybe of the auto nature.
Yeah, so half of 2 doctorates equal 1 full doctorate. Dan can confirm. It's legally binding, Dan said so. See, that's what you need to do, Jesse. You just need to do, like, parts of doctorates and then put them all together like a jigsaw.
I mean, I've kind of done that already.
Yeah. But it was no matter, for the genius doctor was an honourable and humble man who simply continued this most critical research, even if it meant he was completely alone. Well, okay, he wasn't totally alone. Iggs was there, and he was a fine assistant, even though he keeps asking for raises. But the point is, one day a sudden knock came at the door, and the scientist opened it to find a beautiful man with a radiant glow standing there. In his heart he felt a strange, previously unknown feeling begin to form as the man opened his mouth and said... Jesse?
Yo, what's up? Name's Dominic. You're that freak that got kicked out of Hindenburg U for those weird death experiments, right? I am the gorgeous specimen right now. Hey.
It was like an angel had been sent to meet him, and now that angel was asking about his research. No matter what Dr. Frank did, he couldn't stop his heart from pounding. The good doctor invited the man in, and they quickly got to know each other. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And as the days passed and the man's visits grew longer and longer, their relationship also grew into something romantic. I've committed myself to this voice now. Dr. Frank had never given his heart to anyone before, but maybe for him, maybe for this man named Dominic. ... 3 months later. I never want to see another beautiful boy ever again. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
Dr. Frank, are you still in there?
No one is here to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
The door opens, and my assistant, Iggs, walks into my room. I guess I'll keep going.
I was going to say, you be the normal narrator, I'll be the melodramatic bit.
I try to burrow myself further into the sheets, hoping that maybe he won't see me. Instead, he rudely opens the blinds.
Bleh.
It's been a week, Dr. Frank.
So, I can be as sad as long as I want. I lost the love of my life. I feel like I'm going to peak my mic all over the place with this silly
Frank.
man, but hey. Doctor.
He waves his arms in the air out of frustration. Look, I know he meant a lot to you. I mean, he was your first, right? ... And no one likes being dumped, especially when it's so out of the blue like that. But sitting in your room all day, crying into your bedsheets isn't going to help you recover. You need to...
Leave me alone. He said I was cute. I was in love. He's my friend. Couldn't possibly know what I'm going through.
And yes, folks, she is peeking the mic all
I was
the
going
time.
to say, I'm sorry.
She is really getting into the acting here.
If I move slightly further away, maybe it won't peak so much.
Actually, Dr. Frank, I've gone through a fair share of breakups myself. You do know how I met my current boyfriend, right? So yes, I do know what you're... ...
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point! How could you say that to me? My love was special, unique. It wasn't like your love, it was destiny.
Jerk. I roll further into my blankets, breaking my sightline with this egregious interloper.
Oh, it's a beautiful word, that is.
Ugh. I don't get paid enough for this. Dr. Frank starts to pull off the blanket from off the bed, against which I double my rolling efforts to keep him at bay. I didn't come in here to fight with you. Can you stop? We have a problem. I can feel his grip lessen, and I peek my head out from the blanket cocoon to look at him. He's holding a piece of paper in his hands with a weird look on his face. I tentatively grab it and start reading. Tomorrow's the Hindenburg University Conference. ... You know, the one people travel from all over the country to see? ... Well, the conference schedule was posted today. ... And...
What the hell is this?
Right in front of me, in plain letters, is...
Returning from Death to Life, a breakthrough study by Dominic Nillian. Resurrection? Resurrection, but that's my research. Sorry, I'm getting flashbacks to something. It's like, yeah, the way I said that, I'm now spacing on where that... Okay, maybe it'll come to me. Or maybe I'll just completely forget it, but anyway. But it's Dominic presenting it? This can't be right. He wouldn't be presenting my research under his own name?
I tried to tell you last week that I noticed him leaving with some folders the day he dumped you, but you were too busy crying into a gallon tub of ice cream to listen.
No, this couldn't. That asshole! First he breaks my heart and dumps me out of the blue. And even after he called me babe. I mean, how could he say that and then do this?
Maybe they were intertwined?
My
He was using those the whole time?
I know. He takes my research, my baby, and now he's presenting it to those jerkwads at Hindenburg University like they hadn't rejected my same exact proposals. It's previous. Why did he get accepted while I was kicked out?
Well, your thesis project did bite the headmaster's hand clean off, Dr. Frank.
It's one time!
I mean, it can only happen twice.
Blech. Unless they sewed it back on. Then it can happen as many times.
Would it work the same? I mean, if we're talking a world where resurrection's possible, who knows now?
I mean, you know, if there was clean, you know, it depends on, like, you know, the amputation. If it was clean and the nerves weren't too damaged and the vascular structure was... I've been watching an awful lot of Grey's Anatomy, so, yeah, potentially. And I'm still spacing on what it was I was trying to say. Anyway, whatever. That's not important right now. What's important is that Dominic is about to claim my research as his own. Maybe this was his plan all along. I mean...
Duh.
But we were soulmates. I just knew we were. But now... Now I don't know.
I crumpled the paper in my hands, writhing with anger.
No, just angst.
What?
It said writhing with angst.
Oh yeah, it was angst. I don't know, I would go with anger.
There's no way! There's no way I'm going to let him get away with this! That asshole ruined my life! He's taken my baby, my
angst.
research! Well, they'd said angst.
I throw the blanket off of me, leaping to my feet.
Iggs!
Yes, Doctor?
Get the shovel! I'm going to show that asshole what happens when you piss off a scientist. Later that night.
Frank?
Doctor.
Dr. Frank, I'm pretty sure this is illegal? I look up at him, holding a particularly interesting specimen in my hand.
Does this look like the arm of a hot boy to you? It looks like a dead person.
This is illegal! A lightning strike touches down, a good whilst off even, as if to exaggerate his statement.
Oh, how dramatic. No one's using these, it's fine.
We are desecrating graves. I mean, I've helped you with a lot of your crazier experiments, but this is where I draw the line. Eek! I throw the arm I'm holding up to him, quickly climbing out of the grave.
So, yeah, maybe there's a chance that this isn't completely legal, but this is an historical moment, Iggs. We are going to create the first artificial life form and show up that asshole. And those idiots at the university, we can't skimp on anything. We're not just making the world's first artificial life form here, we're pushing the boundaries of human capability. We're going to create the world's hottest boy. And then Dominic will take one look at him and then realise he was a fool for leaving me, and an even bigger fool for taking my research, because now I have someone even hotter than him.
How honorable, Dr. Frank. Iggs appears to be trying to find the perfect position to hold the specimen up with the least amount of bodily contact.
So you see, people who advance the boundaries of human capability were never stopped by silly things like laws. Now quick, I heard that Mr. Lance had a pretty big thing. We can use that.
Oh. Suddenly, something moves in the underbrush. Eek! What's that?
Hey, watch what you're doing. You almost dropped our precious spoils.
But didn't you hear that, Dr. Frank? I think there's something... Again, a noise breaks out from behind us.
Well then, hurry up and find that thing.
Dr. Frank, behind you! I quickly spin around. A sudden ominous feeling in the pit of my stomach. There's a man I've never seen before standing there.
I'm sorry. Was I disturbing something? Oh! No?
Step back into Iggs, hoping that this stranger can't see any of our souvenirs. I'm sorry. It was his idea, and... I punch him quickly before he can say something stupid. This caused him to recoil, and the arm we had been arguing over not a few minutes earlier lands on the ground with a loud thud. The man takes a clear look at what dropped on the ground and looks back at me.
What was his idea?
The man takes a step closer to us. I quickly position myself in front of the dropped arm, holding my breath.
Oh, Iggs! You're so funny. Such a kidder. Wow, it sure is cold out here all of a sudden. Well, we should be going now.
Grab our bag of loot and dash away as fast as my legs can take me. Iggs yelling after me and telling me to slow down.
It was nice to meet you, Dr. Frank.
That person had a shovel too.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking that.
If I get arrested, I'm suing you. I dump the bag's contents onto the table, body parts falling out and bouncing off the floor.
Oh dear.
I said I'm going to sue you.
I think we have just enough.
Dr. Frank, do we even need all these? Why did you take so many to begin with?
Iggs, we are making art here. We can't just use any body part we find. We must use only the absolutely most beautiful pieces.
Pick up some arms, take a closer look.
Like these, see? They're absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that keratin. Or actually, not as beautiful as the one you dropped, but I suppose you're right, they're beautiful enough.
You say that as if I dropped it off of my own free will and not because someone punched me.
Now where did we put the... ... Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Ugh. Shoot.
I turned to look at my assistant.
We have a problem.
Like how we just desecrated the dozens of graves, sacked off and stole family members' body parts, and then were spotted doing so?
I think it's because we forgot a head, but, you know. Well, no, not that.
I was going to say, with the direction of this, I was going to say we forgot to get a member.
Ah! A ding 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 dong? Isn't that what that song is?
Exactly.
Yeah. We
Yeah, the bang bang bang.
No, I think that was in response to the exclamation points, but yeah.
I know, but it fits better with my
It
idea.
fits better, yeah, it really does.
I pause, unsure how to say this.
We didn't grab any...
Any...
You know?
I gestured downwards shyly, hoping he'll get the reference. I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Manhood! We didn't grab any!
Oh. Well.
This is terrible! We even had the perfect specimen with Mr. Lance's gem. How am I supposed to make Dominic jealous of me now?
I mean, is that something we're just gonna show off at this presentation? Take a glance at the junk. Look at it! Look at it!
Clearly, it's a science experiment, right?
Oh, sure. Dr. Frank, I mean, here's the thing. Would you really want to get down with the corpse junk? Like, I'm trying to think of how, like... Yeah, no.
I don't...
Dr. Frank, do you honestly think that is what's going to make Dominic jealous of you?
Yes.
I was gonna say, we just need the most flat, like, yes. Dot, dot, dot.
We need to go back.
Absolutely not. He blocks my exit, making sure I can't retrieve any other body parts.
I mean, one would assume there's some sort of magic involved here, and it would make it alive, and not decomposing, because that's not going anywhere near my... Yeah. Yeah, we don't have time for this. Fine, we need to... Ugh, I hate saying this. I'll just improvise.
I don't like where this is going.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Still making something beautiful here. We just need to be creative. Let our creative juices flow.
I mean, to make sure those other juices are flowing. Hey!
Now let's see. Oh, build your boyfriend. I wanted to save before I did this, but no, it's fine. It's not like... Okay, so... Yeah. Okay. Are we building the same boyfriend or different boyfriends?
I don't know.
I did not like the bowl cut.
I mean, we could go completely ridiculous with the bowl cut boy.
Maybe we make different boyfriends just to give it a little bit of... I don't think the look of the boyfriend is going to make any difference. Tragic anime boy is a hair color.
I think that's the best one.
Purple. What color is tragic anime boy? Is that like pale?
Don't know, but that's actually... Is that just... It's white.
Ah, right.
White is tragic anime boy, I think.
Okay, well, I'm going with purple. You can be tragic anime boy. God, that eye looks infected. None of these eyes are particularly good. I'll go with that one. Skin color. Well, it's got to match with my purple hair. If it clashes, that'll look really weird.
Shit, we have a problem.
What's that?
This is a stream. And one of the options is clearly penis.
Ah.
So, like, little carrot, modest cucumber, chunky gourd, double trouble. Just like my animes, and then no worst bitta. So, no dick. And I'm like, part of me is thinking, like, how graphic is this?
Well, the word penis is blurred out.
Right.
And this is marked as a mature stream.
Or like, if you go with like, just like my animes, is that like completely like, is that gonna be safe, or is that gonna be over the top?
I don't know. I mean, this is a fantasy, right? But if they can't even say the word penis, are they really going to show? Yeah, though Leaky has a point. No dick is enough. Hashtag Barbie movie. I feel if you're going with tragic anime hair, you've just got to have the anime penis, right?
Right, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Giant schlong. Is that a thing people say? I'm not quite massively happy with the hair yet.
You're not down with the lingo about dick?
No, I want that hair. Right, I'm happy now. You've gone with the infected eye. Okay. Which I suppose is like
Does that look like more anime eye?
That's fair enough. It looks like, you know, it's got tumours in my when I was looking at it, but that's fine. Even with green
I'm just trying
skin.
to like go through a gameplay video or a let's play that somebody else did to see how much.
You want to know if it's safe. What is it rated as? Because if it's not an 18, then it's not got a penis.
Oh yeah, I could check the store page.
So Peggy 16, strong language. So we should be good. Does not say nudity.
I love it. There's one review that it's available. Very good. Easy achievements in 10 minutes max.
Oh yeah, because there's that. Basically, what happens is you hit fast forward. Oh, I was just looking on the website. But yeah, it's Peggy 16.
I was going to say on the about page it says mature 17 plus.
Oh, yes, because that's the American rating. Whereas in the UK it's Peggy 16. Which says mature language. So there's no warnings, content warnings for nudity. They have to say that. There's worse in Cyberpunk or PG-3. God, someone got banned for posting.
But that's the thing, is PG-3 is getting bans for people streaming it.
No, I think it got repealed.
Oh wait, it's the clips on Xbox.
Hmm?
There were people like BG3 was taking clips.
Oh yeah, but
Xbox?
I think yeah, and some guy got banned for like a year because he happened to upload 3 clips.
Clip.
Yeah. But I think that got repealed because that was unfair. It doesn't say nudity. I'm not creating a Ken doll. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Ding ding ding. Perfect. Ooh, too much anime. Have a monster with the just like my anime.
Who dies in episode 18. Have a monster with white hair.
Ah, cool.
And too much anime.
Yeah.
Have a monster with a just like my animes option.
Cool. Well, I can go back and, you know, do those things. Right, I'm just gonna drop a save. Whoa. That's... Return of Mac. The Peggy 18 popped on TikTok the other day. Oh yeah, Peggy 18. Yeah, the guy that does the voice for Peggy 18. It's on TikTok. Hang on, that's my delivery. One sec.
I think it's been more than 1 sec. You know, you should hurry up, especially when she says 1 sec. She might be able to hear me right
still
now.
On.
Yep,
my headset is still on and I can hear you. That's like 1 minute. I just had to drag the parcel in. Yeah, I know, because that's just my default thing. It doesn't actually mean 1 sec. It's just what people says. Penis delivery. No, I ordered onion granules and Twinings tea.
Not a delivery of perfect boyfriend parts.
No, not a delivery of perfect boy. Well, actually, onion granules and Twinings tea. I mean, don't need a
I
boyfriend
don't know
when
what
you've
kind
got
of boyfriend
tea.
you hope to build with that.
A casserole flavored one.
Ooh,
Well,
wow.
it was because
This is a really specific fetish we're getting into here, Joe, and I'm not sure I feel comfortable with that.
it's because I saw a news.
Cannibalism of all things.
I saw a news article about how there might be a tea shortage, and I was like, oh no. Well, I'm down to like only about 3 years supply of tea, so I should get that tea that's been sitting in my Amazon basket. Because it's a specific blend, and if I run out of that, then I would get very upset. And then I was like, okay, and I've also just filled up my onion granules mason jar, so I need to get some more. So there we go. That's the reason behind my delivery, which did not really need that explanation. But hey, apparently
No,
there might
apparently
be a
it
tea
did, because
shortage.
if not, we would have speculated that you ordered other things.
Ordering sex toys? No, I go get those
I
in
didn't
person.
have to say sex toy. We could have just assumed it was boyfriend parts.
Same diff.
Is that all a boyfriend is a dick? You know what? Don't answer that.
Depends on the boy. Some boys are dicks.
That's why I said don't answer that, because I knew that could have been the answer.
Well, I don't do very well to be told what to do. It's something to do with the Red Sea and supply chain thingies, leaky. So I would buy tea if you are in any way about to run low in the next couple of months. I kid you not, I have a bookcase full and a cupboard full, and I ordered more. So I'm good. But yeah, if you don't have a giant stockpile, you might want to get some in. But it was on the news. And when I say on the news, it was in Bing, and I got points for reading the article. So I know some details. Anyway, perfect.
Dr. Frank, what were those lower half options just now?
Iggs, open the roof doors. I need a little atmosphere as I make history here.
He sullenly goes to the crank, reluctantly beginning to turn it.
Oh, do I need to clarify that the cupboard and the shelf was full of tea and not sex toys? Okay, sure.
I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there.
People seem to forget that just because I'm aromantic and asexual, it doesn't mean I don't have an absolutely filthy mind.
No, that's not where I was gonna go with it. How many sex toys does one person need?
You know.
Don't know, so I can't say.
Though I will clarify that yes, I have a tea bookcase that I specifically purchased because I had too much tea to fit in the cupboard and it was piling up on my dining room table and I had space for a little bookcase. It's cute. It's got
Is
a
there
little
a fear
teapot
of
on top
finishing
it.
tea?
No.
Like, if you start running low on one tea, do you just finish it, or does it, like, that one packet left of stuff for that one type sit there for a really long time?
Sometimes it does, but what I've taken to do is just going, all right, well, I'll put it on the list, I'll save the label, and I'll finish the tea. If I enjoy it, I'll buy some more.
Oh, okay.
And if not, then I've got the ingredients, and I could always try and make it myself at some point in the future. But mostly it's a bit like me in books. I like reading them and I like buying them, and sometimes I don't read the ones I buy, but I still like doing it. And with tea, it's like I like buying
video
it
games.
and I like drinking it. Oh yeah, and video games. Yeah, I have a slight problem. Yeah.
It's better than having a massive problem.
Yeah, it could be, drugs.
I mean, we have to at least get 2 more achievements today, probably 3, so I at least kind of balance out beam diving this. We're trying to get to 40%, damn it.
Right. Yes, but if we maybe get one playthrough in the stream if we carry on with the reading and we don't get distracted by the contents of my bookshelves.
I mean, there are contents of things that people might care about. Bookshelves included.
Okay. Well, my bookshelves are a rainbow.
Okay.
Of both.
The ceiling creaks open, showing the dark, turbulent skies and cold, harsh rain above us.
I don't think raining on the machinery is a good idea.
It never is, but people always do it
Neither
for
is
these
power
kinds of
washing
things.
it.
I raise my arms up, catching the coldness in my outstretched hands.
How?
There's a strange
The
sensation
gloves.
in my stomach, a nodding of excitement and anger. It's rising throughout my body, invigorating me with a newfound strength.
Was that maniacal enough?
Is it meant to be maniacal? Although this image, it looks very menacing and maniacal.
Higgs! Higgs! This is it. It's perfect. The skies, they know. They know that we're about to do the impossible. They know that we're about to... Oh, nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop us. I'm gonna show Dominic that I don't need him, that I'll never need anyone like him in my life ever again. He and his kind will become obsolete. We're going to battle their world, Iggs. We're gonna make it so that no one will ever have their heart broken again.
Dr. Frank, you're scaring me.
I can do this. I can make the most beautiful boyfriend ever.
Whee! Cursor go round.
5 minutes later.
We work hard through the night, accumulating enough energy from the lightning storm to inject into our subject. We almost fail multiple times, the body not holding the energy as well as it should. But it was
Still
no
going
matter.
into the massive
My sheer
penis.
genius, hard work, and determination carried us through the many hours of grueling surgery. We had done it. We had created the world's most beautiful boy!
Ooh. Yeah, we're safe. ... Ooh, he's kind of pretty. Ooh. Yours looks a little bit like The Witcher.
You're right, I did almost make an anime Witcher.
Yeah, you made an anime Witcher with those eyes. I made a
Yep,
beautiful
those are very
boy.
anime eyes.
With yeah, everything is covered up, so we're all good. ...
I mean, those are like, they look like slices of pepperoni for nipples.
I thought they were bandages, but yeah, they look a little bit more
That's
like
possible
pepperoni.
too.
Maybe he's edible.
Dr.
I mean,
Look,
one of the
Lucy thought they were
options.
cookies. I mean,
Many of the options
they-
were vegetables.
yeah, I'm wondering how much it would like. Hey, it works. Good, it's covered. Dr. Frank, he's kind of ugly.
Don't say that to him. You'll hurt his feelings. And I'm sure he's beautiful to someone. No, what am I thinking? Made him sad. I made him. He's beautiful, and beauty is relative. Anyway, I think he's pretty. I mean, the scars are a little unsettling, and the random bits of metal, slightly, you know. But
I mean, something's got to hold him together while his body heals.
that's a good point.
Who knows what kind of scars he'll be left with in a month?
Yes, that is a really good point. And maybe if he didn't have salami taped to his chest.
Yeah. I mean, the grid pattern on his stomach is a little,
Mm. Oh!
He's got 24. He's got a 24 pack abs.
Yeah. Ooh! Ooh!
Is that what we're going for that?
Yeah. Ooh!
Okay. Of course. Especially with his what exactly is that on his abdomen?
It's his 128 pack. I figured the more packs you
Sorry, I was
have,
underselling it.
the sexier you are. So I added a lot. That's not where I expected that to go. But hey.
Frank?
Doctor.
Dr. Frank, you took an anatomy class, right?
Well, I guess technically. Maybe. His abs have abs, yes. Is that emoji? Ah, Karlak. Gotcha. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Ow. His abs have abs have abs. Yes, it is exponential. Karlak. Ooh. Ah. I clearly need an Uru icon now. But Kara's not doing emotes at the moment. I have so many ideas.
I don't know how quick it would be, but you could talk to Alu.
I don't know whether I'm massively comfortable with like the whole like the other bits of his art that he does.
Okay.
As much as I love the art that he's done for you.
Well, that's the thing. Like he does both sides. You know, you don't have to ask for any lewd type things.
I'll think about it. I did think about it when I saw your icons, so because they are cool. But yeah.
You give him an idea, and he can be pretty quick.
Okay, I will think about it. This is the sort of game Alu would draw, yeah. And it wouldn't have a
He's
giant
working on stuff
pixelated
like
box.
that, so yeah. No, it would probably be the opposite way. Build a girlfriend, maybe.
Yeah. It's you, by the way.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Clearly, I don't know what to say. Oh, apparently Joe is the monster.
Well, yes. He spoke! Did you hear that, Eggs? My boyfriend spoke!
Your what?
My boyfriend. Haven't I been saying that this whole time?
You've been saying you were going to make a boyfriend, not your boyfriend.
What's the difference? Of course I'm making my ultimate boyfriend. Look at us. Wow, he's very tall.
Wrap my arms around the monster to show Iggs just what I mean.
Sucked.
He returns the hug, lifting me off the ground and nearly breaking my bones in the process.
Yeah, see, he's... God, I can't breathe. He's so strong. That's sexy, right?
What I'll say, Leaky, is what Alu would do is he'd work on the normal version of it on stream. The fully clothed versions. And then the lewd manipulations would happen off Twitch. But he would still get in trouble, and he doesn't really stream much anymore, partly because he's so busy with work.
Yeah.
So
I did watch them for streams. They were very safe.
Yes. He was always really good about making sure that his stream content did not cross lines. Like, maybe you get some cleavage of, like, the characters he was drawing, but generally he would draw them clothed.
Cleavage,
and then off stream he would do the alterations
Sacrilege.
to the more not safe for work versions.
Yes. The only problem I had with his streams is he had so many blinky things on it, it made my head hurt.
Yeah.
That's literally the only problem I had with that, was so many blinky things and it made my brain break. But yeah, because I watched him do some art for you, I think, on the stream at one point. But yeah, I noticed that
Possibly.
stream for a while. But yes. Are you gonna make him let me go? Because
Yeah.
I can't breathe right now.
We were doing sidebar.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, monster, drop him! You drop him right now! The monster lets go of me. I painfully hit the ground. Dr. Frank, are you alright?
Of course. Because my boyfriend just hugged me.
Dr. Frank, please stop.
Cute. Okay, I'm not doing that many exclamation points. I'm just gonna go. And that probably didn't work. Eggs! Did you just hear?
I think the monster's attracted to eggs.
Yeah,
Dr. Frank,
probably.
please calm down.
He's the perfect boyfriend!
Eee!
Inaudible squeaking noises. Because my microphone sucks, so I need to sort it. Eggs! Look! Okay, look!
I ran up next to my boyfriend, wrapping my arms around his waist.
Do we look good together? Like, would this make Dominic jealous?
I don't know if jealous is the word for it. The monster then leans over and gives me another hug, this time not as painfully.
Oh, he's a hugger. That's the best ultimate boyfriend. Papa is soft. Dot.
Ah. Dot.
No. Please don't call me that. You can call me Daddy. Love my papa.
Please stop.
That's well, that must be a glitch. Papa is soft.
I love
No.
the fact that our monster has a child voice for being a fully
He's
grown
literally,
adult in size.
like, he's 2 hours old. He's a baby.
Yes, the baby is a fully grown adult man.
Still a baby. No, I'm your boyfriend. Repeat after me. Boyfriend. You spelled it right. Papa likes hugs.
Dr. Frank, please make him stop.
Don't worry, we can train him out of that. Probably. It'll just take some time, which, well, we probably don't have. It doesn't matter. As long as he doesn't talk, it should be fine. He can still be my boyfriend. And let's get moving anyway. If we leave now, we can easily make it to the University Square before the presentation starts. Boyfriend, let's go. We're going on a field trip. Field trip!
I begin to lead him by the hand, wondering how we were going to navigate the narrow stairs leading from my secret lab. Surely you're not going to take him into town like that.
Clouds, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, he's naked.
How else are they gonna see his beauty then?
He's gonna get arrested for public indecency before you can even make it to the conference.
We're going on a bear hunt. Fair point. Fine, so we'll dress him. ... I made him pretty big. That's what he said.
You did.
I'm not sure I have any clothes that will fit him.
Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot.
Dr. Frank, you need to dress him.
Can we not just wrap a sheet around him or something? Okay, I guess I'll just be creative.
Be creative. Be creative.
Creative. Objective. Dress your boyfriends. Okay, right. Ooh. 2 Hindenburg, 7 kilometers. Okay, so we've got entryway, dining room, kitchen, bedroom, study, conservatory, and the lab, which looks like UB. So obviously the kitchen. Ooh, there are. Oh no! Don't squish them. They're the tenants. Mrs. Pretty Princess, Mr. Handsome Prince, Mr. Slightly Too Devoted Knight, Mr. Inappropriately Dressed Butler, and Mr. Her Majesty's Pet. No, they don't pay any rent, unfortunately. We've got cockroaches. Okay, there's a knife. Trusty, dusty knife. It's so worn it can't cut anymore. Its main uses recently have been to pry open jars of jam. Pick it up and add it to my inventory, just in case I'll need it. And then we have inventory, which has a rusty, dusty knife. This is a point and click now, Jessie. You've witnessed it. Okay. It's a miracle this flower is still alive. I don't even remember the last time I watered it. Window that looks out to my backyard. The grass is overgrown. It looks like a jungle. I'll get around to it later. Fridge. Nothing here except pickled bugs, plants, and unidentified failed projects. It's supposed to contain food. Ooh, coffee. Okay. In case you were wondering, it is possible to stay awake for 4 days straight while drinking my very own, almost patented, Dr. Frank coffee. Don't have time to cook. I have science to do. The horizon of human knowledge to expand. Well, you could put stuff in the bin.
I wonder if there's an achievement for just trying to go to Hindenburg without clothing him.
Well, save and try. Oh, you can't save. Can you save? Oh, you can save when you're in a room. So let's try.
I saved.
Okay, you saved. I'm going to try. To Hindenburg. Do not enter. To house. There's a graveyard. There's someone else's house. To church. Oh my god, it's an achievement for going into the church with a naked guy. No, but there are some jeans at the back. Okay, Hindenburg. If you keep following this road, you'll end up in town. Yes, but I can't go just yet. Oh, okay, so no, you can't. Okay, so kitchen, dining room. Also, hydrate. Thanks, Leaky. Oh. You should make Jesse hydrate too, because he went to get water before the stream. A nice fancy napkin. It's completely pristine. Because, you know, I've never used it. So I had to pick it up just in case.
Oh, like he made me do it.
Some nice sturdy chairs. Why do I have 3? Well, because I used the others in a failed experiment, naturally. Nice ornate dining table. It's covered in dust. I can't even remember the last time I used this. Nice fancy hanging chandelier. I tried to use the crystals on these in an experiment once. Didn't work. House. Okay, entryway. Ooh, there's some clogs. It's random assortment of shoes are all the footwear I own. None of those would fit the monster, though. Naturally, his feet are really big. ... Shoot, but what am I supposed to do? The only person who would have shoes that would fit him is... Dominique. He had left behind a pair of his shoes after the breakup, but in a fit of rage I had thrown them along with his other shit inside the entry cupboard and threw away the key. Shit. Okay. A locked cupboard. For all I've done mixed things in after he left me. His shoes are in here. Naturally, it's locked. Okay. Shit. The key was long gone. I'd fed it to Susie weeks ago. Need to find something to open it with. Either smash it in or pry the door off. Okay. It's a fancy chair. I don't really care. Oh, you're round. Who's Susie? The front door. If I want to leave the house, I should do it from the overworld map. Conservatory.
I got the shoes.
That's got to be Susie. It's Susie, my thesis project for my PhD. What did you do?
I used the knife.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Susie is a plant. A snappy plant. Venus flytrap type thing. Basically like Audrey. Susie, my thesis project for my PhD program. He's named after the black-eyed Susan. Look, I built him to specifically lust after the flesh of men. Yes, he's going to bite. That's kind of in his nature. There's no need for them to kick me out of the program for it. Bit someone once. That's pretty good for a man-eating plant. Might not look like it. I have a bit of a green thumb. You can't just see it because of my gloves. Gangrene? Nah. Made this for my midterm project. We're supposed to make a weed killer. Ended up creating something that makes weeds go at an almost comical rate. On top of that, I'm either deathly allergic to this or it's poisonous. Either way, I don't want to pick it up unless I need to. Pick it up? Oh, yes, please. Holding my nose, I put it in my inventory. Achoo! Ugh, this sucks. Should I put the weed grower down? No, I love dying. I embrace death! I might die from weed killer. Collection of broken pots that I can use to carry some of the weed grower around. But even more plants. I have a lot of these. I may die. I can see a shovel sitting behind Susie. I won't be able to grab it without getting close enough for him to attack me. Hang on, inventory. I'm going to do something really silly. I'm going to use the weed killer with Susie. No, I can't lose the weed killer with Susie. Damn it, nothing happens. Okay. Study. Achoo! Not a secret passageway, go away. Ugh. Ventilation in this room isn't very good. Suddenly I became aware of the foul odour the weed grower in my pocket is putting off. Achoo, achoo. Ah, I can't breathe. Collapsed to the ground, gasping for air. You died! Be sure to work in a well-ventilated area. Try again. Yes, please. I don't want to stay
Where'd you
dead.
go?
I picked up the weed killer in the conservatory.
Yeah, so did I.
And kept it in my pocket. And it did not like that. Yeah. To house. Right, study. Okay. Comically large dictionary. It claims it can translate any script known and unknown to man. Pretty useful, but also painfully heavy. I refuse to carry this around if I don't have to. Pick up. Yes! Its weight makes me instantly regret this decision. Ah, this is impossible! Ooh. The button was set to move the bookshelf, revealing the passage to my secret lab. But I got lazy and just keep it open all the time now. Don't tend to go away. If you want to get to the secret lair, you should do it from the overworld map. Why not? Why can't I just use the secret passageway? Okay. Lots of nifty knickknacks. It's a glob. A nice steady glob. It's a nice reminder that there exist things outside my door. If I ever stoop so low as to want to leave anyway. Bubblegum flavoured donuts from my favourite pastry shop. Well, it apparently is donut day, so woohoo. I'll finish them later, I swear. Bubblegum flavoured, though. I've got to draw on the line somewhere, right? I pick up yesterday's newspaper. Ooh, the Hindenburg Times. June 8th, 1884. Janelle's premier newspaper. Annual Hindenburg University Conference set to astonish. It's that time of the year again when the smartest of the smart show off their year-long research at Hindenburg University. This year will be something... We'll hear... This year
we hear rumors that the Queen herself will be in attendance, which makes this year the year to really come down and visit. Please help me. We're trapped in here. I haven't heard from my family in years. When asked how the Queen's attendance will affect this year's conference, Headmaster Arian said, well, yes, her presence does put most of us on edge, but we hope that her presence here will be a sign of solidarity towards the sciences and the furthering research that we hope that will be ushered in her rule. The Queen herself has banned. Continued on page 12.
Additional sightings of undead creatures, travelers cautioned. Yeah, I can just about read it, but it feels like it's a bit of an eye test. I put the newspaper back down. Ooh, hello, what do we got? Got to spruce up my study somehow. Some of these are even handy. Get it? Like a hand. ... I'm gonna die alone. There's like a mouse and it looks like a hand. Okay. What else we got? Vegetables. They're limited oh no, they're not vegetables, they are plushies. They're limited edition, okay. Oh, we've got... Should I put the dictionary down? Oh, no. I want to carry the dictionary. I'm gonna die. So what? Then we'll get another achievement. We've got to get plenty of achievements, otherwise Jessie will complain about diving it. Bedroom! As soon as I step into the room, the floor beneath my feet shakes. Huh? Suddenly my feet break through and I fall. Ah! I don't really have a thing for that. Alright, we go, well, wee! The dictionary is too heavy. I knew I should have put more effort into the upkeep of the mansion. You died! The weight of knowledge. Die by having the big dictionary in your pocket.
What happens if I hit no? I think I'll stay here.
You then probably have to, like, restart from the
Let
save.
me know if you find anything down there. It takes me back to the main menu.
Gotcha. Okay. So, we need to find something to translate with the dictionary by the sounds of that epilogue thing. And currently we have a knife and a doily. Or a napkin or something like that. Okay, so bedroom, study, conservatory went there. Lab. Iggs. Oh, hello, I got an achievement. No shame in asking for help. Talk to Iggs to get a clue. But now we need you to do that so that you can do the nice voice for Iggs.
Where'd you go for that?
The rooftop. Sorry, literally the lab. And then I clicked on Iggs.
I was too clever for my own good.
It just says hi, Dr. Frank, but
Yeah, but I won't get the same.
oh, don't
Your
pick up the
inventory
shoes.
is what?
My inventory is the knife and the doily. Don't pick up the
Okay.
shoes yet. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was said I'm too smart for my own good.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Hi, Dr. Frank. Do you need anything?
Is that pepperoni? Yes, can we please
Thank
ask
you.
that question? Is that pepperoni?
His nipples are pepperoni slices.
Dot, dot, dot?
Dot, dot, dot.
Yeah.
Okay, but why?
Why not?
Because nipples aren't usually made of pizza toppings.
My dear Eggs, you're living in the past. This is cutting-edge nipple technology we're working with here. My boyfriend has the best nipples in the world. They're meaty, they have enhanced flavour, they taste like pizza. Of course. Oh, no, sorry, that's you. See, I told you they were edible! You have to listen.
I'm just wrapping my head around the idea of the edible nipple.
You have edible underwear?
Yeah, but I'm not eating the person. This is eating the person. Of course.
About
Exactly,
dumb?
Leaky gets it. What happens if I really am enjoying the pepperoni and I eat it?
Well, then you have to get some more pepperoni and sew it on.
So, like, there's a constant, like, back and forth of eating pepperoni nipple and putting a new one on.
I don't know.
This is
I mean, I
getting
hate
really complicated here.
pepperoni. I mean, I hate pepperoni because it makes me ill, so, you know.
They
Anyway.
replaced the top one with Papa.
About Dominic.
About
Okay.
Dominic?
I don't want to talk about that asshole.
But
I said I don't want to talk about him.
I know. Sorry. Dot, dot, dot. I was just curious, how much of your research did you end up showing him?
Dot, dot, dot. Everything he wanted to see. He kept asking, and I just wanted to keep talking to him to have him coming back. Keep coming back. Dot, dot, dot. I showed him everything.
Dot, dot, dot. I'm sorry, Dr. Frank.
Dot, dot, dot. Okay. Papa! Papa is back! Okay. While I'm out, your job is to train him out of that.
Why
Okay, cool.
me?
What else do I pay you for?
I'm guessing you don't pay me for anything, but for helping you run your experiments, Dr. Frank, not for training your undead boyfriend out of his daddy kink.
See? I said he could just call me daddy. I don't actually like that trend, but hey. Hey, this is an experiment, so technically it's part of your job description. And need I remind you that your current job is to make him stop referring to me as Papa. I am to be formally addressed as boyfriend. Papa!
This is inhumane on so many levels.
So we've got his crotch, and I hope we don't get arrested.
I mean, I'm guessing we can go through all of them, so
Okay, we'll start with his crotch then.
go right ahead. Dr. Frank, look, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but why exactly did you suture a strange find to your boyfriend's crotch?
We didn't have any ding-dongs to choose from. I was being creative. Okay, so I was watching this anime the other night.
Please stop right there.
I hope we don't get arrested.
What are we gonna do if that guy goes to the police?
Who?
Have you already forgotten? The guy who walked in on us stealing body parts.
Yeah. Dot, dot, dot. I've never seen him before. Wonder what he was doing there.
Is that what you're worried about, Dr. Frank?
Okay, so we don't have a question. We don't need a hint, but we wanted to do the conversation.
Okay, Dr. Frank.
Okay. The dissecting table, in a way, it's also my boyfriend's crib. That doesn't sound weird, does it?
No, not at all.
Cool.
As you're
Truly
trying to get over apparently the daddy thing.
truly the epitome of my life's work. It's the epitome when you first see it instead of hearing it. Filled with old magic books I was able to smuggle in from
Did
neighbouring
you say
countries.
epitome?
I said epitome, and then I said, but if one read it first before hearing it, one would say epitome. But it's an epitome, isn't it? Yes, it is epitome. But I read it before, so I used to say epitome, which I think sounds cuter. The mysterious guy was also probably stealing body parts. Maybe for Dominique. Janelle's unique stance on magic has certainly made it hard to do any sort of research on magic fields. It was the best I could do to get my hands on intact reanimation research. What I would have given for some necromancy texts. Ha! Like there's any that haven't been destroyed by now. And there's hunks galore reference pictures for my boyfriend. Dew house. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so I inventory the butter knife. Oops. Butter knife with cupboard. Using all the strength I can muster, I pry the cupboard door off its hinges. Ah! There it is, it's open. It's almost as hard as opening that jar of premium bubblegum jam last week. Rummaging inside, I find his shoes. Boring shoes. What an asshole. I can't believe he's really gone. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I'd been okay by myself. I was a genius, surrounded by those who couldn't appreciate the beauty and grace of my work. Alone. Misunderstood. I convinced myself I was okay like this. I had my future all planned out. I was going to die as an unknown genius, someone ahead of his time. But then, Dominique. Ooh. The way he'd looked at me, at my research. I didn't even know it was possible that someone could potentially understand me. He knew what my work meant, what I meant. But he left, and I was alone again. And now this life I had chosen for myself has been unbearable. Stop whining. The shoe's leather is rough on my hands. I should get this back to Iggs and the monster. Okay, so now I have shoes. I like the DNA carpet. It's cute. Have you fallen asleep over there?
No.
Okay. So now does he say, I found shoes that will fit my boyfriend. Did I check the bedroom?
That's
I'll check
great.
the bedroom. Shoes! Shoes! The kid is very excited about his shoes. Okay, bedroom. I don't think I checked it. Piggy! It's my
I don't
oldest
think we've
friend.
been to the bedroom yet.
Dr. Oink. Dominic didn't find her very cute. In hindsight, maybe it was never meant to be. Big comfy bed for only the best of the best. And by the best of the best, I mean
Medium
me.
Man monthly.
What's that? Medium Man monthly.
Medium Man monthly, strictly for research purposes.
Yeah. ... I'll pick it up and add it to my
I
inventory.
got to add it to my inventory.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I see someone with worn clothes. I still have a while until laundry day. The only thing that would fit my monster would be I pick up my old nightshirt. Checks itself before wrecks itself. Perfect. This'll fit. I'm still missing some clothing articles. None of these pants will fit him. There's also some bubblegum, half-finished bubblegum ice cream tubs stashed across the floor. Look, I was sad, okay? Also messy. Laundry day is when you shift a pile of clothes a few inches in one direction, right? Don't want to open these. Skeletons I've stored in here are going to fall out. Packing was never my strong suit. Hiss. Daylight. A wonderful face to wake up to every day. And that's the Never Give Up poster. Okay, now we've done all the rooms. Sort of went straight from the study to the lab and kind of forgot the bedroom. Okay, so if we go to the lab... I found a shirt!
Great. I pull out my bed shirt and move to put it on my boyfriend. What are you doing?
What? I'm clearly giving my boyfriend a shirt. That's what you wanted, right? To abide by public decency laws and all that other crap?
Well, don't you have anything fancier?
Look, this is the only thing that I own that will fit him.
You can spruce it up at least. I mean, it has blood? Are those blood stains on the front?
It's probably bubblegum ice cream. Oh, it's coffee! And what? You want me to spruce it up? But what does that even mean?
I'm pretty sure that's not coffee, Dr. Frank. Do you own a tie or a bow tie or something?
Besides the one I'm wearing? No, and I can't take this off. It'll ruin my luck. ...
Well, then you better find something else to go with it. Here, have this back. You'll probably need to combine this with something else.
Okay. Alright. Combine t-shirt. It's the doily? Combine.
Yeah.
Yeah, t-shirt and doily. That just makes it have a weird beard. Or a bib. There you go, fancy shirt. Shirt!
Wow, I can only just barely make out the coffee stains from back here.
Yes, it's just you, Leaky. He's totally not dressed like Shaggy. Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot.
You know what? Let's just make sure no one touches him during the presentation. For health precautions.
I mean, he's literally got pieces of metal sticking out of him. I think definitely health precautions. Okay. Right, so when I was accidentally going down here, the church has trousers. Large variety of books adorn the bookshelf even. They're not really old, but well cared for. Even with my vast spring of knowledge, I can't read any of the book titles. What language is this even? Ooh! Nice patch of roses and thorny vines sits before the altar. The Atlan religion uses roses as their centre point. Wait a minute. Didn't this used to be a Chaldean church? Strange. It's an elaborate stained glass window. Shows a sad-looking boy surrounded by a black basilic skin. What crap. I've understood how anyone could believe in such illogical stories. It's an altar. Don't really know much about it. I'm not going to click on the genes yet because I'm going to see if I can grab the book, the dictionary from the study without falling through the house. Yes. It's impossible. Okay, to house, to Hindenburg, to church, to bookstore. Hey, wait a minute. I can use that huge dictionary in my study to decipher this. Sorry, are you there? While I realise
Yeah,
I'm
doing
actually...
the same.
Okay. I lugged it all the way here after all. Might as well use it. Oh, I actually need to, like, inventory it. It's not automatic. Big... It literally says, like, big dictionary on it.
I use the dictionary on the books.
Ah! What in the world? They're books about necromancy!
I'll be right back. Need to use the restroom.
Oh, yeah. Ideally, it's break time. Okay, well, let's have a break then, and I'll also thingy, and then when... Yep. Okay, we're going to run a break then, and I will be back momentarily. I was never gone. And I'm back. Jessie is not. Do, 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 do. Yeah, but he just said he would be back. He didn't give a time period. Anyway, how's it doing today? This week? You have to write stuff up for a bid pitch thing that we're doing, and my only complaint is that I can't put any pictures in it. I usually like illustrating my documents with pictures. Don't mind writing them, just, put But no, it's got to be a particular font, which is actually kind of pretty. I do actually like the font in a particular size, and it's got to be no more than like 4 pages. So you're doing silly leapfrogging and starting to question yourself. Okay. The meaning of life, or just why you're leapfrogging? Oh, my pancakes are repeating on me. It was worth it. Oh, shh, he's back. Don't tell him what we said. Mostly the frogging. I swear that's like code for something dirty there, Dan. You might have to dive some stuff. Oh no. You back?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. But those aren't supposed to exist anymore. They burned everything. I would have done anything to get my hands on these. What would it have done for me and my research? And it just shows up out of the blue like this. This is impossible. I flip one open. Ah! Got those old formula and detailed descriptions of known spells. It has everything. dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. But how? And in a Chaldean church, they're the one who spearheaded the crusade against this sect of magic. How did... Dot, dot, dot. What in the world?
Put the books back to where they were and leave the dictionary on the shelf, keeping a mental note of what I'd seen.
Oh, don't leave the dictionary there. That seems silly. A whole bunch of pews. I've no idea why they have so many. It's not like many people even attend this church, what with it being in the middle of the mountains and all. Okay. Donation box that holds a large collection of clothing. It's probably for the needy. Look, I see a large pair of jeans that could most likely accommodate a strange tentacle. Well, I think I qualify as needy in some definitions of the world. I'll just, yoink. Grab the pair of pants and try and stuff them in my pockets or as much as possible. They don't fit, the legs hanging out. Close enough. Okay, so now we have an inventory that contains Meaty Man, a dodgy knife, and a pair of very large pants. Why did we leave the dictionary with the texts? That seems like a stupid idea. I tend to leave with my contraband pants in tow, except... Ah! No, I see. We meet again. Good morning, Mr. Frank. Doctor. Excuse me. I'm Dr. Frank. Oh, well then please do forgive me, Dr. Frank. It's nice to finally meet you. My name is Sylios. I just moved here. ... I took over the care of the church from the last priest. ... I see you found something of use in the donation box. Dr. Frank, no worries. That is what they are there for. If you have found use in them, then they were destined to go with you. ... Oh. Thanks.
He gives me a cute smile. Wait, I mean a sickly sweet smile?
Since I just moved here... I was hoping that someone might be able to show me around. ... I gotta go! I run out of the church. Oh, no, that's you.
I run out of the church as fast as possible.
Phew, made it. He just about cornered me. Gotta keep an eye out for that guy. He's suspicious. Okay, so we're gonna go in the graveyard. Oh, and he's in the graveyard! Oh, God. Okay. Handful of graves that we visited the previous night. Wish I could have grabbed from the St. Lancers while I had the chance, though. Some bushes. Immaculate rose bushes. Flowers in the church never used to be this beautiful. Strange. Well, there's this guy with a sword. Crap!
I made eye contact with him.
It's nice to see you again, Mr. Frank. Doctor! Oh, please forgive me. That was awfully rude, especially after you took the time to correct me the previous time. I like that. If we'd have done it the other way around, then it... Yeah. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? ... Ah, well. If you ever think of anything, feel free to let me know. ...
Suspicious.
Okay, very suspicious. Okay, so I think we need to go back to the house to put some pants on our giant person.
Probably.
Okay. I pull out the pants I found. Oh my god, the napkin looks really silly.
Can't believe you actually found weird tentacle appropriate pants.
And, oh,
And where exactly did you find those?
the church.
I don't even want to know how they ended up there.
Pants! Pants! Is that it? That's it. He's ready to go. Come on, let's go, boyfriend.
Dr. Frank, please wait.
Why are the shoes back on the shelf?
I don't know.
We don't have time for the SIGs. The conference is starting in a few minutes and my boyfriend isn't there.
But the sutures.
Leading my boyfriend.
Leading my boyfriend by the arm, I slam open the front door. To my dismay, standing there is...
Oh, Dr. Frank. Ah!
Ah!
I hope now's not a bad time. Shit. Field trip. Who's this? This is,
Wait a minute. Maybe this would be a good opportunity to perfect the presentation I'll be giving at the conference.
Ahem. Yes, this dashing, handsome, absolutely sexy fellow here is my boyfriend, Papa. ... No, don't say that. I love my Papa. And I'm not into that, I swear. There's no need to hide your interest, Dr. Frank. I'm not into that. Ah!
My boyfriend suddenly moves on his own, waddling up to where the new neighbor is standing.
Oh, hello, Mr. Dr. Frank's boyfriend. What's your name? Ah! You seem like a very happy fellow. I'm glad that we were able to meet. I hope you treat Dr. Frank well. Well, he seems like a nice, cute fellow. Ah!
My boyfriend suddenly clamps Sylios on the shoulders, his face intense.
Mama!
I mean, it works. ...
That's the narrator. ... Stop doing that!
I'm so sorry.
Mama! Your boyfriend is so cute, Dr. Frank. I wouldn't mind being your mother if you needed one. He doesn't need a mother, or even a papa for that matter. No, Papa! Mama! Ah!
Clearly, Sylios is the love interest here.
I don't have time for this. We're going.
I reach behind me, grabbing my boyfriend's arm to shove past Sylios and make our way to the grand conference. Except... we rip off his arm. Yeah, the arm doesn't quite have the resistance I'm expecting. Instead, I look behind me and see that I'm holding half of an arm.
No, but it's got
Dr.
very
Frank.
nice fingernails.
I had ripped my boyfriend's arm off. I
Oh,
slam
is
the
it
door
some-
shut, ignoring the muffled noise I can hear from the other side.
Shit. What time is it?
The conference started about 5 minutes ago.
I look
I look
down.
down at the arm in my hands. The skin seems to be slipping off.
Ugh. I thought he was talking
It
about the
looks
sutures. I didn't
like
realize
it's
the arm would come off.
rotting.
What do you mean it's rotting?
Well, it is dead flesh. We didn't soak it in formalin or anything.
Formalin?
Oh.
That would have made it look hideous. I can't work with hideous body parts, Iggs. Field trip? We'll just sew on another one, really quick. Go fetch me one of the other fine but still slightly uglier specimens from the lab.
Dot, dot, dot.
Iggs?
Please don't yell at me. I got rid of the extras.
What?
I returned them back to the graves. I was feeling so guilty. We had desecrated people's graves for these pieces, and you weren't even using them. The least I could do was return them.
Well, what the hell are we supposed to do now? Bring my ultimate boyfriend on stage where he's got a gaping arm wound dripping all over the place?
But it would match the bloodstains on his shirt at least.
For the last time, it's coffee. It's also probably bubblegum ice cream and not either of those things because it's pink, but hey. Ugh. I have to calm down. The conference just started and it'll go for another 2 hours. Ominic's presentation is until the end anyway. We'll just crash his presentation. ... So we need to dig up another arm.
Again? No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
What else am I paying you for, Eggs? Go dig up that arm. Angry bad.
My boyfriend inserts himself between Iggs and I, cutting off any argument that we might have started. ...
Sorry, the yawns. Fine, I'll do it. You stay here and babysit.
What a thing to say about your boyfriend. ... I leave.
Do we not need a spade?
Objective, find your boyfriend a new arm.
Okay, there was a spade in the conservatory, but there was a plant in the way. Ooh, there's also a window. I can see that's the deck outside. Nothing points out there. I see a shovel. Do I want to grab it? Yes. Wait a minute. Susie is sitting right there. I can't reach you without being attacked. Reach anyway! Reach out and you died. Try again. Oh, I didn't get an achievo for it. Have fun. There's an achievement for that. Can we make weed killer? Can we use the weed killer now? Can we now? Yes. My hypothesis is what would happen if I were to pour some of the weed grower on Susie, is that Susie would grow 2 heads. Now, in theory, that sounds cool, but in practice, I can only see that ending with someone's death and a headache, so I'll pass. Well, that's just boring. Can we use the weed killer on the other plants? Better be careful with that. Don't want the plants to overgrow. What's the point in having weed killer if we can't use it? Nothing happens. The weed grow down. Yes. Oh, did we leave the hand? Do we have the hand? That would have been useful.
I've got Meaty Man and the knife.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if we put the hand, we could give the hand to Susie. I see, I'm assuming we need a shovel. We could just go to the cemetery and see what it says, I suppose.
Okay.
Try that. He's here. Ah, Dr. Frank, you're back. The Did I get it right this time? Oh, yeah, you did. Is there anything I can help you with? This used to be a Chaldean... The altar inside. It has roses. Indeed, I worked hard to cultivate them. I'm especially glad to see them blooming so beautifully. Except roses are the symbol of the Atlan religion, and this used to be a Chaldean church. Is that so? Wait, did you not know that? I'll profess that I did not. The altar was barren when I arrived, so I simply planted flowers that I knew would thrive in that type of soil. Are you even a priest? How did you not know that this was a Chaldean church? Didn't you say you took over the church from the last priest? I did indeed. And I mean, at the very least he would have mentioned the religious sect of the church you were inheriting, right? He did not. Our conversation was cut rather short.
Chill suddenly runs up my spine.
It actually did. Cut short? How was it cut short? Well, he had to leave in a hurry. I'm not sure about what. Our conversation was rather short and warm. Are you even a priest? I do not believe I ever stated such. Then what are you? I'm a gardener.
He gives another smile. It's kind of cute. Wait, what am I thinking?
I hope that won't be an issue. Dr. Frank? No, I just assumed that you're a priest. Sorry. Dr. Frank, why are you apologizing? It's my own fault for not being clearer in my introductions. I'm afraid to say that I won't be preaching any sermons here. I'm sorry if you frequented this church. I wouldn't attend a church even if you paid me. Oh, well then. My not giving any sermons should pose no issue. I know that a few of the villagers were sad to see the last priest go. They won't have to wait long before the next priest arrives. Wait, what? I'm just stopping through. Oh, you're not staying?
Why am I feeling sad all of a sudden?
Well, that depends on how things turn out. There's a chance that I won't be here for long. Why are you even here? So direct. Well, I heard a rumour, and I decided to investigate, that's all. Rumour. I love the way your glasses bring out the colour of your eyes. Huh? Sorry, did I say that out loud? How embarrassing. Are we going with, are you flirting with me? Or, wait a minute, you didn't answer my question. We're flirting, right? It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Summer. Okay. Are you flirting with me? Oh, am I? Keep telling me I'm cute. Forgive me if this is causing you any distress. I can stop if you want. Dr. Frank, would you like me to stop? I gotta go. All right. Okay. Can't believe his arm fell off. Such a beautiful arm too. Guess I should dig up another one quickly. Though I should probably find something to dig it up first. Make it up rose bushes. Strange. Can I borrow your sword? My, do you like talking to me that much? Can I have your shovel? There we go. Should I ask... Can we follow up the question? Oh, you went inside. I talked to him again, because I'm a glutton for punishment, and I want his shovel. But we can ask him the other question.
No preference.
Okay, wait a minute, you didn't answer my question. Oh, how rude of me. What question was it? What rumour are you here investigating? My, your hair is such a cute shade of pink. I wonder if it feels as fluffy as it looks. What? Dr. Frank, are you feeling all right? You're turning a strange shade of red. That's clashing with your pink hair. Shut up.
He's too strong for me.
Ooh, should we ask about the necromancy books?
Sure.
The books in the church, are they yours? Has anyone ever told you have very cute expressions? Stop evading my questions! The books, are they yours? Just Answer the question. Yes, I suppose they are. They're necromancy texts. Which has been banned, widely persecuted. Where did you get them? Have you any experience with the field? Ah.
What a question. It wasn't like he hadn't seen me in the graveyard the other night digging up bodies.
You seem to be struggling there a bit, Dr. Frank. Shut up. Pardon if I insulted you. No, you didn't. You haven't said anything this whole time. Of what? Last night you saw us digging up those bodies, but you haven't said anything about that at all about that. I saw pants out of your donation box. I ripped someone's arm off in front of you. Did you want me to take a reference to that incident? No, I didn't. Then I don't see what the issue is. Look, if you're going to call the authorities on us, can you just do it? I wouldn't call the cops on you, Dr. Frank. You're infuriating to talk to, you know. I'm sorry to hear that. Sigh. If those books are yours, can I assume you've read them? You seem awfully interested in those books. You're never going to answer any of my questions, are you? My research is on something similar to necromancy. I never had any academic papers to go off, not with what happened to them after the Edict of Tannenbury. So seeing those books, you could have easily travelled outside of Janelle to places where magic isn't so strictly banned. Ha! Yeah, right, sure, studying magic in Janelle is nigh to impossible. What with the form being banned, but necromancy's been banned everywhere. Even if I'd left the country, it would have been the same. Would it have?
I look up at him. He has an interesting look on his face.
Humans have a fascinating capacity to preserve their own pasts. If a government said something must be destroyed, then that would ensure that someone out there will try to preserve it, for better or worse. It seems the only things that truly die are those that invoke little feelings. Sylios? What is it? You just seemed sad. Forgive me, I didn't realize that was how I was coming off.
Wow, that was such a sad statement.
Yeah. I was going to make a dirty joke and I didn't. You are free to read those books, by the way. I know that the information they contain is incredibly rare, and it sounds like it would help your own personal research. Which?
He leans in closer to me.
Can you tell me a little more about? I'm a bit curious to hear what sort of research you're conducting.
Wow, your research sounds cool. Can you tell me a bit more about it?
No.
I push him away.
Absolutely not. Is that why you're here? No one can see my research. Not again, not again. I'm never going to let anyone see my research ever again. Dr. Frank, please, I'm sorry. Leave me alone. Yeah, but I need to borrow your shovel. I'm sorry, Dr. Frank. I don't want to talk to you. Is there anything I can help you with? No, I can't ask him if I can borrow his shovel. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Sorry. No! I was half hoping the gorgeous arm we found last night would still be laying where eggs had dropped it. But it isn't, and I need to dig up a new one. I guess I need to find something to dig it up with. Oh, maybe I can ask now. I'm sorry, don't want to talk to you. Is there anything I can help you with? No! God damn it! I can't. Okay, how do we get a shovel? Did we break the game? Shit. Maybe we can fix the thing with the book. No. Is there an arm in the donation box? No. Any ideas, Jesse?
I'm looking.
Okay. Try use the meaty man. Ooh, trying to use the meaty man with Susie. I slide up towards Susie, keeping my head low. Hey, kid. Wanna see something cool? The plant hisses at me as I bring out a certain magazine. He goes silent as he sees the sparkling muscles on the cover. So much meat. Wow. More hunks than ever before. I can accidentally leave this behind if I'm able to get closer to a certain gardening equipment. He grabs the
Rated
magazine.
number 1 somewhere, probably.
Yeah.
He grabs the magazine in his jaws, opening it up to a full spread image. He no longer pays me any mind.
Cool. Well, that explains how we get a shovel. Yes. Managed to sneak around the distracted Susie and grab the shovel. Woohoo! Now we have a shovel and a knife. Or maybe we can stab the fake priest, who's actually a gardener. To be fair, he didn't say, but he's literally standing there, and I'm just going to go and, like, dig a grave. It's outside the church. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that, but sure. Okay, use. Grave. I can't just start digging up body parts with them standing there. Even if he already knows what I'm doing. It's still awkward. Okay. Can we stab him with the knife? It's a rusty knife.
No, just talk to him.
Okay. Oh, okay, just talk to him. So, I don't want to talk to you. What would make you leave the garden? Dr. Frank, I'm sorry. Look, I don't really want to talk to you right now. Just tell me, what would make you leave this area? Do you hate me that much? No, just for a little while is what I meant. Well, I usually leave the area when I need to take care of the flowers on the other side of the church. Or even the altar roses. Those are my children. I'm especially proud of them, the altar roses. I see. Thank you. Of course, Dr. Frank. I always enjoy talking with you about any topic. Truly. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking something. What are you thinking?
I feel like we're gonna have to ruin the altar roses a little bit.
Weed killer?
Oh no, you just talk to him. You talk to the altar roses.
Okay, you just talked to them. But I wanted to pick up the weed killer and make...
You might still have to.
Okay, right, well...
All he does is go, I wonder what I can do to these altar roses to get him to come over here.
Okay, well, I'm picking up weed killer. Because everything is here for a reason. Achoo! This sucks. We make giant roses, that's not bad. Right? I'm not actually hurting the roses.
It does that to weeds.
I quickly dump all of the powder on the roses, trying my hardest not to breathe in the dust. Vines, lion's manes, and other weeds start popping up immediately, covering up the roses that were there before. That'll do. Now, just to let this get Sylios away from the graves. Nice batch of roses and thorny vines. Dear. Sorry, dude. I just broke your roses. So now we go talk to him and say, the flowers inside. Should I go to them? Yeah, there's weeds in the box with them. Thank you for telling me, Dr. Frank. I didn't mean anything by asking you, I mean. Aren't you leaving? I am. I'll go now.
He left. ...
Okay, now we spade. We spade the graves. Give him a good spade. God, I can't believe how hard this is. Ziggs make it look so easy.
I tried digging for a few more minutes. My progress, or therefore lack of, is embarrassing.
Getting blisters.
I stop out of breath. Oh, my hand's hurting.
Ugh, ... Why am I doing this? To make history
Sorry.
for the... Sorry, what?
I yawned.
I was tired anyway, but how dare you? To make history for the advancement of human knowledge. Yeah, right. Hindenburg, they were never interested in my research before. Why would they be now? They were interested enough in Dominic's work to give him a presentation slot. Damn it. What's wrong with me? Why won't anyone listen to me? All they do is tell me what a freak I am, that the work I'm researching is illegal, immoral. What did Dominic have that I didn't have? What am I missing? Damn it.
I throw the shovel down. It hits the dirt patch with a sad thud.
Thud. Did he leave? I miss him so much. I'm tired of being alone. I don't know who this is.
Dr. Frank? I look up.
Ah, it was Dr. Frank.
Of course it's him.
Is something the matter? You're crying. Leave me alone. But I thought you said you didn't want to be alone. ...
Fuck. He had heard me.
What do you want? ... I didn't mean to eavesdrop, I'm sorry. No, you're not. If you were sorry, you'd just leave me alone. ... I still... Ooh.
We're silent for a few awkward moments. Why won't he just leave already?
Aww.
Instead, he sits beside me near the small hole I had dug for myself. With him sitting there, just silently, a peaceful wind blowing. I hate it. I hate it so much. So peaceful. So nice. Suddenly, I can't hold it back anymore. I just...
Dr. Frank. I hate everything. I hate them. Who do you hate? Them. The villagers, my damn professors, my colleagues. I hate them all. They shunned me. I tried. I tried so hard. They kept telling me to be myself, so I did, and they turned around and cast me out. Even doctor, I'm a sham. I'm nothing. Nothing.
I was gonna say, is this game just gonna be us, like, around here and we don't even have to go to this damn presentation?
Entirely possible.
Like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, let's not go through, like, the stupidity of having to deal with Dominic. Let's just, like, end the story here with us just ending up with Sylios like we should.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
He put his arm on my shoulder, and I saw him messily into his pristine white jacket. He doesn't move me away, though. He likes you.
Yeah. Even if you ruined his roses.
We didn't ruin them, we just made a mess of them.
Okay.
There's a difference, I think.
Okay.
We stay like that for a few minutes, until I can breathe regularly again.
I need to tell you something, Dr. Frank. But please don't mention this to anyone else. I came here looking for something. Oh? Or someone.
My heart skips a beat.
I came here to this town to find you, Dr. Frank. Huh? That... What? You a stalker? Ah, I need to explain myself. So I think we have both stumbled upon secrets about ourselves that we wouldn't like the other to know. You've been digging up body parts to use in your illegal resurrection experiments. That boyfriend of yours I met, right? Huh? And I... You found my collection of necromancy books.
Suddenly, there's a quiet rustle behind us in the bushes. I look around, but see nothing.
I'm sorry. Was there something else you were going to say? Sorry. I was just working up my courage. You see, I trust you with this information, Dr. Frank. I will not say anything about your own experiments if you do not mention this to anyone else. Well, I've used those books. In experiments? No. I'm afraid I'm no scientist, Dr. Frank. I'm a magic user. Oh.
Again, there's a rustle, but nothing there.
What are we placing bets on? Zombie cat? Zombie dog? Egg? Dominic? What do we think?
Horde of zombies.
Horde of zombies, okay. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but did you hear anything? Oh no, I didn't. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Ah, I should just get to the point. Dr. Frank, I'm... Okay, that sounds wolfish.
A loud growl bursts out from right behind me. I turn around and see...
Oh no, you were right. Horde of zombies.
Or at least a zombie.
No! A zombie!
I quickly reach out for the shovel, hoping to protect myself.
Wait. Stop. Tishy, stop. I told you to wait outside of town with the others.
Oh, it's a horde.
Okay, you get to be the zombie.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, I was hoping for another role because you've been like everybody. I've had the light load today. You're all the main
and Ig and Dominic.
Yeah, the Dominic who had like 2 lines, and
Okay,
Ig who's clearly a background character.
Okay, well... I was trying to give you more. Sorry.
But master, people from town keep chasing us away with pitchforks, and it's cold and damp here, and Suzanne's leg fell off a day ago. Can we just go home? That's what everyone keeps asking. We just want to go home.
Nah, Tishy, not yet. We can't go home yet. There's still business I have to attend to, and you are to return to the others, you understand? To be fair, I didn't think this guy was going to end up being a main character.
But master...
Tishy, I chose you to leave them in my absence, but you are making me regret that choice.
No, I'm sorry. We didn't need to. I'm sorry.
Go now. I'll come find you later tonight. I know it's hard on you and your siblings to camp out like this, but please, for me.
Of course, master. We're sorry. We love you, and we hope you find the mysterious force you were looking for. Sylios hugs the zombie before it saunters off into the underbrush it appeared from.
So I'm a necromancer.
Oh.
I
had to turn away, my face burning.
Sorry, I know that was a lot to take in.
He chuckles. He begins to say something else, but someone cuts him off.
Papa! Mama!
It's my boyfriend. With eggs. Dr. Frank, what's taking you so long? We're going to miss the presentation entirely at this point.
Huh?
Oh, right, the presentation. My revenge!
God, I sound like a zombie myself. Right.
I jump onto my feet, trying to avoid Sylios' line of sight, suddenly feeling self-conscious.
Shovel! Shovel!
I try to resume my work, but find that it's just as hard as I remember. Instead, Iggs comes over and quickly finishes in no time flat.
Thanks.
In response, he hands me the arm as well as a stapler, gesturing towards my boyfriend's stump. Well, any port in a storm, right?
Oh, wait a moment.
Sylios comes rushing over, looking at the arm I'm holding. Dr. Frank, I didn't know he was here. I'm sorry, you see, this isn't what it looks like.
It's okay, Iggs. He knows what's going on.
What?
Can I see that for a second?
I hand the arm to him, almost dropping it as our hands brush against each other. Ooh, the accidental touch. He quickly says some words I don't understand, and the arm takes on a vibrant glow.
How erotic. There, it won't fall off this time. You won't be needing that stapler either. ...
He's looking at the stapler quizzically.
I say, Dr. Frank. I am utterly surprised and impressed by you and your assistant's creativity. I've never quite seen a reanimation with the features you've given your boyfriend here. He's beautiful, isn't he? ... He's beautiful, isn't... He's interesting.
Iggy stifles a laugh with a cough. I shoot him a glare.
There, all better now.
Sylios has attached the arm back to the boyfriend, who looks brand new.
Also in the future.
He gestures towards the boyfriend's chest.
I suggest using body parts that are relatively fresher than these, ideally when the body is bloated, but before the skin slippage has let the mirage out of the bones.
What?
No, forgive me. Here I am blabbering on again. You were late for something, weren't you? Ah! Yes, we are. Iggs, let's go!
No, that's actually a spell. No. That's not what I typed. I did not mean that. I don't know. We roll out towards Hindenburg. But I quickly look back and see Sylios standing outside of the church with a serene-looking smile on his face. My heart can't stop beating. 15 minutes later.
Oh, no. You have to say it like 15 minutes later. No,
I can
you don't
see
have to
that
say
asshole.
That was weird. Oh.
Even from back here, I can tell that he's wearing that stupid smile of his. He's about to start the experiment. I can tell by the crowd's voices. There's so many people here. We're pushing through the crowd, but all I can see is him. He looks the same, even though it feels so long since last time we met. His face, his posture, everything seems so familiar to me, yet now with a caustic feel. I can't take my eyes off him. I hate him so much. As we get closer to the front of the crowd, I notice that there's a dead bird in front of him. He's leaning over it now, those gorgeous locks of his falling over his eyes, brushing the sides of the face I had looked at so much before. And suddenly the crowd is gasping, the bird is flying, and I can't move anymore. Dr. Frank, what are you doing? We need to crash this presentation. That's your research. My feet have frozen. There's a pit in the bottom of my stomach. He looks so happy. Did my research do that? Is he happy because of me? Is he happy with me? Of course he was able to pull off the experiment flawlessly. I had shown him how to do it. Dr. Frank!
Birdie!
I shouldn't be happy at this moment. Everything in my heart is telling me I shouldn't be. But I am. The crowd is electric, the same crowd that had told me that I had to leave, that what I was doing was immoral, that I wasn't welcome there. Had I finally done it? Was I finally going to be acknowledged? I look back at the stage. He had seen me. Our eyes meet and his face changes. Almost as if he'd seen an unsavory bug. ...
I hate him so much!
Iggs is ahead of me, already climbing onto the stage, the monster on his tail. Hello? Can everyone hear me? This isn't this man's research. The crowd goes quiet. The bird continues to fly around, seemingly confused as to its new living state. I make it up on stage as well, the monster still struggling to make the jump. There's not a single sound in the auditorium right now, save for the fluttering of wings. All eyes are on me. Dominic walks over, a strange look on his face. Frankfurter, bro, came out of your house. ... I'm sort of in the middle of my big presentation right now, thesis project for medical school. I'm sure you remember that, or wait, you flunk out before then? I can't remember. Anyway, if you could get off the stage. He roughly lays his hand on my shoulder.
This is my research.
The grip on my shoulder tightens and I flinch in pain. Bro, don't mumble. What did you say? I take a deep breath.
This is my research.
The crowd begins to whisper words I can't understand. Something moves in the audience. Dominic shoves me, his face angrier than I had ever seen it. It's not a good look on him. Frankie. Come on, man. Don't do this. We had some really nice times together, right? All of the words I was prepared to throw at him catches in my throat. He leans in closer. I learned a lot from you, you know. I really couldn't have done all this without you. Thank you, Frankie. You're such a smart guy, and cute too. I'm glad to have been able to work with you. Is this inner thought that you should do?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Isn't this what I had wanted? I had just wanted him to like me, for him to look at me with amazement when I told him all the things I was able to discover. But not like this. I'd never wanted it like this.
Dominic begins to walk away while readdressing the audience, apologizing for this confused individual who'd wandered onto the stage. He continues to explain how his presentation worked. The crowd's noise had taken on a worrying tone. Something's wrong. Dr. Frank! What was I doing? I can't let this farce continue. I slapped my face, getting myself motivated to what I was about to do. I rush to the center of the stage before Dominic can say anything else.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you enjoyed the demonstration my assistant Dominic here put on. We're about...
Assistant?
However, that's nothing compared with what I'm about to show you. You arrived at the right time, Dan. Behold!
Wait to where the monster is still trying to climb up onto the stage. He's gotten one foot up, but is still struggling to raise the rest of his body.
I mean, that's a bloody big stage jump if there's no steps. Ah, well, behold in a couple of seconds.
Eggs rushes over to help him get all the way up on the stage.
There we go. This man here is the world's first artificial life form.
Crowd erupts in noise. It's good noise, I think?
No longer do you have to put up with lousy, ugly, inattentive boyfriends. Now you can make your own, fully customizable to whatever taste you may have. This
Point to the monster who has come over to stand next to me.
is the future of dating.
I take a moment to soak in the audience's reaction. They seem confused and scared. Well, it wasn't what I had dreamed about, but truly innovative inventions were often met with confusion at first, right? They'll come around. Right?
My friend, why don't you say a few words to the audience? I love my papa. Facepalm. Children. You can make your own customizable children as well. Nervous laughter.
Mr. Frank! Suddenly, a furious-looking one-handed man appears from behind the curtains on the stage.
Headmaster Arion.
You need to leave. Immediately!
But I'm...
The curtain drops. A few armored men appear behind him. Too late!
bad.
The men grab Eggs and the monster and hold him back while the headmaster looks at me with a disappointed look. Dr. Frank! Wait, you're still gonna pass me, right? Mr. Nelian, we gave you this opportunity under the assumption that you were going to do independent research, not steal someone else's. I didn't steal. And on top of that, He has presented highly illegal research in front of the Queen herself. Mr. Frank. He turns to me, a sad look on his face. We at Hindenburg University have done a lot over the past 8 years to prevent this from happening, despite informing you multiple times of the legality of the field of research you are pursuing.
But this is important. What's the laws in the face of...
Despite the illegal nature of your work, we have turned a blind eye, leaving you to your own devices. We don't typically like the capital getting in on our own personal business, but now... The two armored men had finished handcuffing Iggs and the monster, both of who were looking at me with frightened eyes. Other armored men had begun to make their way towards me. Our hands are tied in this matter, Mr. Frank, and for that, I'm sorry. The armored men moved to put handcuffs on both Dominic and I. My heart sinks. But bro, do I pass?
Under the laws of the Edict of Tannenbury, we arrest you for...
Zombies!
Yeah, zombies.
A crash rings out from behind the stage. We all turn and see one of the armored men had fallen down. He doesn't move to get back up. The man who put the handcuffs on me goes back to investigate, and suddenly, a figure topples him. Now in clear sight is the zombie Sylios had called Tishy.
Undead!
More of her siblings shuffle in from behind the curtain, emitting an ominous moan.
They look very identical.
It's Tishy red, pink, blue, and yellow?
Something like that, yeah.
Look at what you've done! Your research has attracted the attention of unholy creatures.
How rude.
Sylios steps out from behind some of his own creatures, looking a bit irritated.
Sylios! Dr. Frank, it seems like you've gotten yourself in a troubling situation. Would you like for me to help you? Yes, yes, please.
He smiles that stupid, cute smile he always does, and moves forward, the rest of his creatures swarming the remaining armed guards, tearing them down. He reaches for the handcuffs around my hands, but stops.
Why did you stop? What is it? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking you look quite good like this.
Oh, baby.
What? My, did I say that out loud? Excuse me. ...
He places his hands on the cuffs and suddenly they turn hot, yet don't burn my skin. The next thing I know, they're melting off my hands.
Ah! Sorry, I should have warned you, but it didn't hurt, did it? No, it didn't. I was just surprised. Good.
I rub my wrists to get them feeling normal again. Wow, am I really glad he's here. Yo, can you do that to mine? Sylios gives him a look for a second, then turns back to me.
What do you think? Huh? From what I can gather, the two of you have history. Should I let him go or not? Ooh. Can't save, but I'm just gonna go fuck him, no?
Okay. No way, let him burn his hell as far as I care.
Leave him. Certainly.
Seriously? You're just gonna let me get taken away by God who knows who?
Well, you did present legal research.
Your research?
Nah, you finally admitted it.
You're a piece of shit, you know that? You always were. Fuck you, bro. And you too, Mr. Demon. Sylios snaps around to stare at Dominic, that look to have hit a nerve. Before Sylios can say anything, however, a few of his own creatures mob Dominic, tearing at his hair and clothes.
Now, he's a guest of Dr. Frank's. Be kind.
But Mama...
Mama? Oh no!
I look up and see that my boyfriend has mingled himself with the rest of Sylios' horde. They seem to be having a grand time.
My, how sweet. Isn't it, Dr. Frank? Or should I say, Daddy? You're bright pink. Sorry, Dr. Frank. You're just so fun to tease. It's okay.
God, what am I saying? Why does it feel like my heart is going to jump out of my chest at any second? Dot, dot, dot. So you really don't roll over for anyone who shows you a little attention, huh, Frankie? The words catch in my throat. Iggs runs over to me, an exasperated look on his face. I'm glad you were able to have one last chat with love of your life, but we need to go. Looked like more guards were making their way towards the stage. We had to move, fast. Is there anything else you gotta tell him? Now's the time. But, looking at him tied up there, I couldn't think of anything to say. I felt pathetic. ...
No, there isn't.
He passed me on the shoulder. ...
Well, we should probably get going then.
I can hear Dominic yelling words at me as we flee. I try to keep my eyes forward as we head toward the mansion.
3 hours later. Do you have everything?
I look at the myriad of bags that his creatures are holding, each carrying the only personal belongings I have for the immediate future.
No, but it's not like I can take the rest of my research with me. Don't worry, it'll be here for you when you get back. We hid it well enough that I doubt anyone were to find the remains of your research.
A few of the creatures holding Susie calls out to Sylios for help. It seems the plant bit off a creature's arm. Again. He would be trouble to carry long distances, but Sylios reassures me that he could just as easily reattach anything that the plant would bite off.
Yes, I'll be there in just a moment after this.
One of the creatures sees me looking over and waves back to me, calling me Papa. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And what about you, Sir Iggs? Are you sure you'll be all right?
Absolutely. I'm especially happy for the extra vacation time. Paid vacation time, right, Dr. Frank? He shoots me a look that I do everything in my power to avoid. It doesn't work.
I wish you all the happiness with your boyfriend then. This will all blow over in a few months or so, at least in my experiences. Maybe even sooner if what that headmaster was saying was true. I didn't realize they had done all that just for me. ...
Sylios puts his hand on my arm. I look up at him. Damn, it's that pretty smile of his again. Are you sure you'll be alright, Dr. Frank? You're welcome. He just barely squeaks the words out before he continues. To join my boyfriend and I at his house if you wanted to.
Oh, I'm...
Iggs begins to fidget, clearly hoping I won't take him up on his offer.
I think I'll be fine. It'll be fun to learn from him all about the necromancy art. I can implement it back into my work when I get back.
I can't wait to see that. Then I'll be seeing you. Iggs waves me goodbye, taking off down the hill. It's just Sylios and I left, as well as our collective children. Sylios leaves to help rearm the zombie that had called out before. Seeing him there with Susie and his own monsters. Have I made a mistake? Dominic's words, they kept coming back to me. So you really do roll over for anyone that shows you a little tension, huh, Frankie? Was I blind because he was just paying me some attention? Was I rolling over again? He would leave once I told him all I knew. I needed to stop thinking about him. This was all just business. Because if I let it be anything else, the same thing would happen. Just like Dominic. frowned.
With that, I think we're ready to go.
I looked up. I didn't even see him come back. ...
Dr. Frank? What? You seem sad. Are you missing your home? Or are you having second doubts about coming with me? Huh? You are, it seems. It's okay, Dr. Frank. We barely know each other. It's natural. But I'm looking forward to learning more about you on our travels.
There it is again. His smile. At this rate, I was going to like him, but doesn't he just want my research?
Well, what if you don't like what you find? What if you don't like what you find out about me? Huh? I can't promise you much, Dr. Frank, but I will promise you this. I will not let any harm befall you while you are in my company and away from your home. You are, of course, more than free to leave our party at any time. Huh? We both have things we would like to learn from the other. It's a beneficial arrangement. Why not see where that takes us?
Should I trust him? Go with him and learn what he says? He can teach me, but I barely know him. He could just as easily turn out like Dominic, or even worse. But I look at him. He could turn out differently. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. But even still, the words kept echoing in my mind. Why not? I reach out and tentatively take his hand. A chance. A chance that perhaps things would be different.
Why not? The end.
The end. Period.
Question mark? Okay, bloop. The love of a necromancer. Get Sylios' good ending. Okay.
There's a bad ending?
Well...
I don't feel like we made really any choices.
I mean, we chose not to free Dominic. That could have been a choice. Extras. It looks like you haven't unlocked the normal route yet. Try to do exactly what Iggs is asking you to do. If you dig too deep, you might find out something you weren't supposed to know and unlock a different ending. Oh. Okay, can we do the epilogue? 1 year later! This is a thought thing. It's not working. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to work. But there it is, not working. How was I supposed to tell Sylios? Shit.
I put down the sheet of paper I was holding in my hand, making a notch to document the newest in a line of failures.
That's number 10.
She's making bread. 10 failures in a row.
I just can't get the Myriage to take the new form. No, he's making humans. Why? This has never happened before.
I was used to things not working. It came with the territory of being a scientist. But this...
Or maybe he is making bread. Alright. Woo. Ever since we came here a year ago, after Sylios and I left Janelle to hide away in Espington, nothing has gone right. We were supposed to only be away for a little while, but Iggs would tell us in letters that the Queen's forces continue to look for us, and that it wasn't in our best interest to come back just yet. So we hunkered down right on the Janelle border within Espington and waited. And waited. While I continued to learn from Sylios about necromancy magic, and I'd begun to apply that information to my own studies. And at first it seemed to be integrating well, but then I hit a brick wall. Everything has been a failure, and I don't know how to tell Sylios. Sigh. Oh, itchy ear. Maybe it's time for a break.
I go to the door to head outside when...
Papa! Oh no, different one, sorry.
The door swings open and a few of my adopted children come flooding into the small cramped cabin room. And at the back of the pack is the monster who had gotten me into this mess in the first place.
That's right, he looked like... Oh. Pepper, look! Hishy and I found this.
The monster pulls out a crumpled flower from his pocket, clearly having seen better days.
Oh, that's...
I'm not really sure what to say. Sylios was always the one who knew how to talk to zombies.
For you! Me?
The monster shoves the flower into my hands. He's still unaware of his own strength, even after all this time. He stands there, beaming with obvious pride, while I look down at the crumpled flower in my hand.
It's so cute.
What was supposed to do with this? The monster and the zombies are all looking at me in anticipation. What? What did they want from me?
Tell them you're busy or say thanks. Say thanks. Thanks?
They all erupt into squeals and giggles. A giggling zombie still wasn't used to that. And just as quickly as they arrived, they all burst back out the door. I shake my head, still not used to their energy. Looking at the charred lump of flesh sitting on my workbench, it seems impossible that I had ever been able to create the energetic monster I knew today.
Maybe the
Maybe it was
air is
nothing less-
different.
No.
Ooh, someone...
Maybe it was nothing less than a miracle, and I would never be able to achieve that again.
Oh, Dr. Frank was one of my RTTLs. I hadn't even realised that. Oh well. Okay. ...
Yes, it was most definitely time for a break.
I head outside.
In the distance, I can see the mountains of Janelle. For a while, I was homesick, wanting nothing else than to go back to what I had known for so long, to continue my research while hiding away in the house in the mountain. But so much has happened since then, and part of me still wants to go home. But another part of me feels like those mountains in the distance no longer call my name. ... Sylios stands in front of a small fire he'd built. He's alone, his face pensive as he looks into the flames before him. My heart skips a beat. ... Just when I don't want him to, he looks up and sees me. I suppose I have no other choice than to go over now.
Taking a break? Yeah.
He turns back to the fire, feeding it another piece of kindling.
How is the experiment progressing?
My heart beats again, but not in the same way. It's a beat of terror as I scramble to think of something to say.
Oh, well...
Does he know? He must know that it's a failure. What would he think?
I was about to test some theories. And?
How long have I been at this experiment with nothing to show? How much longer is he gonna let me mooch off of him? ...
Well, they, They didn't work. I see.
I can't read his face. Is that anger? Pity? God, I hate this.
Lunch is ready.
I let out a sigh of relief, not realizing I had been holding it.
Stew. Tishy and the others brought the ingredients back from the village.
He gives the pot a stir. Wait, if they went to the village, do they just scare the people in the village every time and steal what they need?
Possibly.
He gives the pot a stir as I ponder how a small group of undead could move out in the human village without being detected.
Ah, they visited me in my workshop. I heard they picked something for you. A flower? Yeah. How sweet.
Sylios picks up an empty bowl.
Did they? Yes, they picked up a letter for you.
Sylios hands me a well-worn reply to the message I had sent Iggs a week ago. I ran to him when I realized that my leads were quickly running dry, in hopes that he could arrive with my old records.
Quickly.
It was, well, my last hope.
Good. Who is it from? Huh? What do you mean? I'm just surprised. You never contacted anyone before, so all of a sudden to be sneaking a message off. I wasn't sneaking it. Then why not tell me what the letter was for?
Admit that I'm out of leads? That I'm unable to recreate the resurrection phenomenon that you had sought me out for?
It's from Iggs. I'm homesick and just wanted a few articles from my house. ...
Judging by his face, it's obvious he doesn't believe me.
Very well.
He turns decisively back to the fire while I quickly rip open the letter. Dr. Frank, I got your letter. Your journals are an absolute mess, so I grabbed all the ones I could find. Maybe invest in a cataloging system in the future? Anyway, I'll bring as many of them as I can and head straight to the village you indicated. Expect me a week after you sent this letter. Iggs. P.S. Happy about my generous raise. I shoved the letter into my pocket. Judging by the date on the envelope, Iggs would currently be in the village. And I'll be able to read all my old journals and finally crack the code of reanimation once and for all.
Maybe only
Now
works
I
on the other
just
side
had
of
to
the mountain.
figure out a way to sneak into the village without Sylios knowing.
Dr. Frank? Huh? Did you not hear me? I was trying to hand you your lunch.
Indeed, he had a bowl of brown-looking soup. I was never a gourmet, but even I had to admit that our meals had been a bit rugged.
Thanks.
I take it, trying not to scald myself in the process. Sylios busies himself pouring his own bowl, and I can't help but feel that the silence between us hangs heavy. Was it always this awkward to talk to him? ...
If there is something you'd like to tell me. Huh? You don't have to hide anything from me. I'm not hiding anything. Liar. Oh, excuse me.
I shove the spoon into my mouth and instantly regret it when the searing liquid threatens to burn my tongue.
Hot! Hot!
Sylios quickly hands me a cup of cool water, which I down to try to save my poor tongue.
Thanks. You should wait for it to cool down before trying to eat it.
Well, we both know he's just saying that to fill the void between us as we both stare at the soup, now spilled within the grass. Food wasn't exactly easy to come by around here.
Sorry.
The zombies come bustling by, each chattering about how hungry they were. Their voices overlap each other. I'm not sure if Sylios has heard what I said, as he quickly busies himself ladling out the second pot on the fire that holds magically infused water. Sylios had once explained to me that his children might no longer be part of their first life, but they still needed nourishment or else their bodies would fall apart again. Typically, their master would infuse foods with their magic to keep the mirage from leaching out of their bodies. They didn't need the food's nutrients itself, but the mirage helped, or it needed a vessel to be ingested by. Thus, the water. The horde waits patiently in a single file line, taking a drink from the pot when it is their turn. Finally, the monster walks up and Sylios just smiles. It hadn't taken long for Sylios to realize that the monster was different. He didn't need the mirage supplement. Instead, he ate and drank like someone within their first life would. That didn't stop him from lining up with the rest of his siblings, though.
Now I have a special drink for a special monster.
He ladled a third bowl of the stew for the monster and handed it to him.
Yay! You'll hurt yourself, it's hot. Bad? Just wait for it to cool down. Okay.
The monster walks off with his bowl, joining his siblings who had went off to explore.
Why do you treat him like that? Huh? You always chastise him. He could have hurt himself. He would have learned that hot things can hurt him, then he wouldn't do it again. I guess. And you've never given him a name. Do necromancers name all of their zombies? I mean, I thought... No, not all of them. The ones with dignity do. Sorry, I'm not sure what's come over me today. I know you knew it this, but working with the undead, you must come to learn that you hold a certain amount of responsibility over your creatures. And often that starts with naming them. Okay. I'll think about a suitable name. Good.
Sylios takes a sip of the soup and puts it aside.
It needs more salt. I knew Tishy had forgotten something. Are we out? Yes, I suppose I'll have to go into town tomorrow to collect some. Ooh.
My heart beats. An unexpected opportunity.
I'll go today, even. Are you sure? Absolutely. I've never been before, and like you've said, you've been so tired lately. Yes, well, I doubt anyone in town would recognize you. But still, wear a cloak, and I'll send Tishy with you. Oh, she knows where the vendors are, after all.
Will I be able to sneak off to meet Eggs without her noticing?
Is something the matter? No, it's fine.
I guess I have no choice. I'm sure I'll find a way to ditch her.
Tishy?
He calls the zombie over, who quickly runs up to her master.
You and Dr. Frank will be going into town to pick up salt.
Salt. Oh no, I knew I forgot something.
It's all right. Dr. Frank is in need of a little break. Sorry. He wanted to see the local village as a change of scenery. Isn't that right, Dr. Frank? Well, what? I don't need a break. Whatever makes you think that. I'm doing awesome. Incredible, even.
Okay, I'll show Papa the sights. Papa's going to town? I want to go. I want to go too. The other zombies appear to have overheard and start making their way towards Sylios and I.
Papa on vacation!
Oh no. Now even the monsters joined. Oh, will you be going too? Yes, a field trip, all of us.
Now, someone needs to stay here and keep an eye on our supplies. And you two were already in town this morning, weren't you?
But so was Tishy.
Yes, and I gave her a new job to escort Dr. Frank. And yours?
Boo! They begin to disperse while Tishy begins to tug on my sleeve. We should get going, Papa. We don't want to walk back in the dark. Yeah, because anything would be less scary than a zombie. Or more scary than a zombie already.
Maybe zombies can't see in the dark.
Maybe. I look up and see Sylios looking at me from across the fire. He's wearing a smile, but there seems to be a hint of sadness at its ends. I feel guilty.
All right.
Tishy and I head out.
2 hours later. No one told me this town was so far away. Hey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I nearly collapsed onto the closest boulder. After 2 hours of walking, I was surprised I was still alive, to be honest. Papa, you're slow.
Shut up, I'm not used to this.
She wanders off into the bushes, leaving me my line of sight. Too bad I'm tired, or else this would be the perfect opportunity to lose her.
Ugh. Just until I get those journals.
A rustle comes from the edge of the clearing.
Tishy, don't leave me behind.
Tishy?
Oh.
It's an unfamiliar voice. A man in the white and red robes of the Atlan priesthood steps into the clearing.
Hello?
I quickly pick myself up from where I had collapsed on the forest floor. You don't look familiar. A traveler?
Yes, I am just passing through.
Well, be careful. I've been sent out here in response to some sightings of possible undead. My breath catches in my throat. Did he say what I think he said?
Undead?
Yes, frightening, I know. But have no fear, brother. May the goddess smile upon us. He places something in my hand and continues on his way. I wait a few minutes, and then slowly open my hand. It's a little container of sand. Holy sand, most likely.
Tishy?
I dive into the bushes looking for her. This was bad. Did they know about Sylios? Did someone see something?
Tishy, answer me.
Papa? She is holding a pile of purple-looking berries.
You're okay.
Is something the matter?
Huh? Oh. Did anyone see you and the others while you were coming back from town?
Oh no, we made sure to be extra quiet.
That's a frightening expression.
Though,
Though?
don't tell Mama, but the monster, he wanted to pick you some flowers.
Hmm. So he
So
wanted...
he
Oh,
wandered away from us for a bit and into a farmer's field. He didn't know that you're not allowed to pick farmer's flowers.
he was spotted?
Yes, he came running back all scared.
Hmm.
But don't tell Mama. He won't let the monster come back to the village with him.
Oh, actions have consequences. I'll keep it between you and I. You get to pick. I keep on picking.
I feel like we should go with the left one.
Actions has consequences.
Just because, like, isn't that kind of what Sylios wants us to do with the monster?
Treat him like a human?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, go for it. No, Sylios told you not to go into farmers' fields for a reason. He'll put us all in danger and he needs to learn that.
But he's already learned his lesson.
I said no. End of discussion.
Okay.
We should hurry, especially now we know there are men out there looking for us.
Aren't you tired, Papa? I even picked you some berries. Master liked these, so I thought you would too.
For me?
Yes, of course. I take a few, surprised at the offer. She smiles radiantly at me as I pop one into my mouth. It was good.
Thank you.
Hey, I got you to smile. Monster will be proud of me.
What? We should be going now.
I head onwards, Tishy following me.
Do I know where I'm
It's a
going?
little town, smaller than the rather bustling city of Hindenburg. This far in the mountains, they most likely do not get many visitors. I would have to be careful of how much I said. The market is over there, and the men selling the salt should be right in the middle. Tishy was pointing her bony finger to a point off in the distance, where I could see a few vendor stalls set up.
Hmm.
Usually Master sends us into the market in the morning. He says the morning mist can cover whatever features our cloaks can't. Here you are, Papa. She places a heavy satchel in my hand. Opening it, it's clear there's money inside. From Mama, for the salt. He says I'm not to enter the town after morning.
Well, that makes it easier for us. Oh.
Figuring out how to ditch her turns out to not be an issue at all.
Oh, right. Do you happen to know where the inn is located?
The inn? What's that?
Where travellers spend the night, get a bite to eat, things like that.
But we already had lunch, Papa. Did you not like the berries?
It's not that.
Uh-oh, I can't think of a reason why I would need to go to the inn. Please don't make Master sad.
Huh?
We're sorry. The zombies and I, we don't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Please don't leave us.
I'm not gonna leave you. Is that what you think?
Master warned us not to bother you. Master has seemed so sad lately, too. Oh, you're not going to betray Master, are you?
Oof.
I know you're the monster's Papa, but I won't let you hurt Master.
Of course not.
I'm sweating. How obvious was my discomfort? Did Sylios think I was going to betray him?
No, it's just I'm failing at my thing, aren't I? It's just that
I sigh.
I'm just picking up some materials for my experiments. I'll be coming back.
Oh, good. We would miss you if you left, Papa. ...
Really?
Of course.
Ah, well.
What was I supposed to say to that?
I should go find the inn.
And the salt.
Right, and get the salt.
Tishy hides behind a bush as I make my way into the tiny village. There are not many people in this town, but the ones here give me a wary look as I pass by. I muster my courage and approach one, asking where the inn is located. They are very friendly, but they eventually point out a large-looking building on the edge of town. I make my way over. As soon as I step in, I know I found the right place. There are a few patrons, and at the back I see my assistant Iggs.
Eggs!
I thought you wanted to meet me secretly.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Good to see you haven't changed. Here. He places a heavy-looking satchel on the table. My journals.
Cutting right to the point, I see.
For someone living in hiding, you seem awfully cavalier. The townspeople were all mentioning rumors of sightings of undead.
What?
I look around the tavern. Sure enough, there are a few priests scattered throughout the establishment, all wearing similar clothes to the man I had run into in the forest. Oh, so you didn't know?
No.
Does Sylios know?
He hasn't mentioned anything to me. But he has looked sad recently. I just thought it was because I hadn't made any progress on my experiments.
Maybe everything doesn't revolve around you, Dr. Frank?
Ugh, shut up.
I pick up the bag and sling it over my shoulder, getting up to go. The trip back would be a lot harder. Ah, one last thing. Things have started to die down in Hindenburg, but I wouldn't come back just yet. My guess is a few more months.
Alright, I'll let Sylios know.
Maybe he'll get his mind off of the failed experiments. If that's what was bothering him in the first place. I bid goodbye to Eggs and head out of the inn, trying not to think about how many priests I passed. I make a quick stop in the market, but just as I'm handing the money over for the bag of salt, a commotion breaks out at the edge of town. I look up and see a group of people surrounding a figure I know very well. Oh no.
It's Tishy.
It's Tishy! I shove the bag of coins in the merchant's hands, grab the salt, and run.
I found her hiding in the bushes.
Her skin is a strange shade.
Is she one of those undead?
The men's voices raise louder, and I'm afraid of anyone else coming over to see what is going on. I reach the group, and Tishy looks at me with terror in her face. I take a deep breath. Should I step in?
Yes.
I have an idea. I quickly prepare something for my plan, and then step up to the nearest man.
What's this about? I found this girl hiding in the bushes. Don't you think she... Oh, I passed her on my way into town. Odd skin shade, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
Just randomly do voices.
We should call a priest over to deal with her.
Ah, that reminds me.
I pull out the vial of holy salt the priest handed me.
Priest gave me on the trail to protect myself from the undead. Instead of bothering one of them, let's see if she really is a zombie.
Tishy is looking at me with horror. If only I could tell her what I was planning. I take the vial and sprinkle the contents over her as she tries to wrench free from the two men. Immediately, she stops struggling and looks at me.
See? Nothing. Oh.
But her skin is so green!
Maybe it's a skin condition.
Leave me alone. One of the men apologizes awkwardly to Tishy, upon which all three of them flee the scene. ...
I'm glad that worked. We should go before an actual priest comes over.
But how did you? I look over my shoulder and see a few townspeople glancing over to see what the commotion was about.
We need to go. We can discuss this later. Clearly, we just, switch the souls.
Yeah. I grab Tishy's hand and pull her back into the forest.
But how? Oh, no, that's you.
But how? Wasn't that holy sand?
Well, it used to be, but it was just salt. Though I suppose Sylios won't be happy to hear that I wasted his money.
Uh,
What?
what? Papa, I thought you were going to let me be taken by those men.
I'm sorry. I don't think I've been very good papa, have I? Plus, it was my fault she was there. This is not the same as with the
Master said
monster.
you were busy and not to bother you, but we just thought you didn't like us. And then you stopped talking to Master, and no matter how many flowers we brought you, you didn't smile.
What? Does Sylios think I stopped talking to him?
Well, you did. You didn't even tell him that you needed to go to the inn. She pointed the bag of journals over my shoulder.
Ah. I thought that since I couldn't make the experiments work, if Sylios knew that I couldn't provide him with the scientific and magical breakthrough he was looking for, there would be no longer any reason to keep travelling with me.
No reason to keep traveling with you, but then we wouldn't have our papa.
Well, maybe you should get a new papa, someone who's actually good at it for starters.
But she frowns, but doesn't continue.
Dot, dot,
I was gonna say,
dot.
this is a more in-depth story than I feel like the main game was.
Yeah!
This is the epilogue.
Got some family therapy going on here. A little bit of imposter syndrome and, anxiety. Okay.
Wait here.
Huh?
She runs off into the underbrush, leaving me alone. Well, I didn't think they would dump me quite that quickly.
Ugh, this sucks.
Quiet that quickly, oh god.
Yeah, proofreading's hard. There's a lot of words.
I
There's
continue
20,000 words.
I continue on the path, figuring there was nowhere else for me to go. I walk like this for a good hour, each minute passing longer than the previous.
Now she's going to think we left her.
She really had run off and left me, huh? I suppose in a way it was what I deserved. I've been planning on ditching her this whole time, after all. The sun was beginning to set. I would have trouble finding the path if Tishy didn't come back soon, or at all. A noise rustles out of the underbrush. Maybe she hadn't abandoned me quite yet?
Is she? But it's... Ooh,
It's Sylios.
Dr. Frank.
I stopped dead in my tracks. Our base was still at least an hour's walk away.
What are you doing here? I'm not sure. I'd been sensing danger from Tishy, so I quickly left with the others to find out where you two had gone. But I met Tishy just a few moments ago, and... Did she say anything?
At this point, I'd begun to sweat.
Just that I should talk to you. You're right, Dr. Frank. You look as though you've been crying.
I rub my eyes quickly, though it's too late at this point.
You shouldn't be here. There are rumors in the village of undead sightings. I'm aware. What? Is that it? Shouldn't we? We'll be moving to a new location very shortly. I just needed a bit more time to get some things in order. When were you going to tell me? I think somewhere along the way we stopped telling each other things.
He looks pointedly at the bag on my shoulder.
They're for my experiments. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me we were going to be moving soon, that the villagers had possibly spotted us? Because I didn't want to distract you from your work. The work that's going absolutely nowhere?
I look down. Well, he was going to know about it sooner or later anyway.
Dr. Frank, talk to me. You could have told me that you needed more supplies for your experiments. The things were not going very well.
He took a step closer to me. I still
We
couldn't look
still
up at
think
him.
he's going to leave us, don't we? And then what? You would drop me off at the closest village going on your way? What? Is that what you think would happen? Why not? You approached me to find out if there could be a connection between the magic of resurrection and scientific artificial life forms. Well, that answer might be a big no. Do you think I've continued to travel with you after all this time just for research opportunities? Yes? Dr. Frank, I feel insulted. But why? If I suddenly couldn't resurrect more zombies, would you go running home to Hindenburg? Well, Ig says it's not safe to go back just yet, so no. Dr. Frank, that's not what I was getting at. You helped me with the monster, Tishy and the others. You're a good travelling companion, and I like talking to you. Why would I give all of that up just because your work isn't going very well? Please trust me a little. At this point, we're in this together.
Could have routed him out to the townspeople. I could have left Tishy to fend for herself. But I didn't. I wanted to keep traveling with Sylios, even if my research continued to fail.
Sorry. If my work continues to fail, I wish I could at least be a better papa to Tishy and the others. It takes time to learn how, and if there's something you don't know, you can always ask. Right. Then, Sylios, can I show you the research I've been doing? I'd like to see if maybe you can see why it's not working. Of course. Now let's go home.
We arrive just as the sun dips under the trees. The horde that had stayed at the house comes out to greet us. The monster is at the front.
Papa! Mama! Oh, look at the little picture! Oh, I'm so happy.
I look to Sylios, who smiles at me.
If you want to be a better papa, this is a good place to start.
I look at the monster. He might have been born out of a desire for revenge, but he's still my son, wasn't he? He deserves a name.
Bob!
Fine.
You can call yours whatever you like. Mine's called Bob. Come home, Papa. It's good to be back, Bob. And named your son.
Epilogue ending 2 out of 2. True ending. There's 2 epilogue endings?
I guess if you betrayed Tishy and didn't learn. Oh, once upon a time in the treacherous mountain hillsides of Janelle lived an eccentric scientist with a passion for the art of reanimation. But it was the same passion that caused those around him to condemn him. He spent many a day alone until he met someone just as shunned as he. A necromancer from the neighbouring Espinton, along with his many undead children, came visiting. And this necromancer, instead of condemning the scientist for the great love he held, encouraged it. And so he continued his research in earnest, even when he hit many a roadblock. For there were many, some that made it appear that what the scientist was striving to attain was impossible. But then the two, scientist and necromancer, put their minds together and found a breakthrough. Through their experiments, together, not alone, they eventually were able to create artificial life forms. Necromancy, much like the magic itself, was poised to be resurrected from the dead. Many lifetimes after this, the research eventually found its way into government hands and was used as a weapon that changed the course of their entire world. But for now, let us celebrate these two men, their collective undead children, and the success and much happiness they found with each other. The end. Period. Full stop. Okay. So we're still not going to let us do the extras, is it? No, because we didn't unlock the normal route. We got a good route. Okay, so what do we get?
We were so good. We didn't even have to.
Okay, so 6 out of 11. So we've got
7.
General good ending. Yeah, because you did the white hair. Have a monster with white hair. Add Dr. Oink to your inventory. Oh.
We could have picked up the pig?
Apparently. Maybe we just needed to, keep clicking on it. Clicked on don't use an extra screen, so we need to unlock the extra screen first. And then ask Sylios if he can borrow his shovel, which I imagine we'd do if we were getting the normal ending. Possibly. Maybe not. I don't know. I wanted to ask him.
I'm guessing if we didn't talk about the necromancy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We probably hit the normal.
If we didn't flirt with him. All of the flirting. So you got 7 out of 11. Are you happy with that as a not being diving this?
Oh, I was kidding the whole time.
Okay, well, I can't tell, so.
Yes, because I care so much about completion percentage.
Okay,
that feels like something you should just know.
I know, but I'm tired. My brain doesn't, process as well when I'm
Excuse me, you're the one who says I always am a burst of energy.
Yeah, but I have to write lots of document for work, so... To be fair, I feel a lot better than I did when I started, but I'm still tired today. 4 left for leapfrog use, says Dan. Which is a good point. So, we'll be getting the rest of these offline because we got the best ending where we got to live off in the woods with our necromancer boyfriend and our kittywinks. So, yay. That was a good game.
Ooh.
Dr. Frank's Builder Boyfriend, thanks to ID Xbox
Simple one.
code. Sorry, what did you say?
Simple one.
Simple one. Yeah, it was nice. Very much point and click though, yeah?
No.
Now you're just being mean.
It's not though.
It is! It literally had a whole point and click section where you found clothes and dug up body parts.
No, I'm not feeling the point and click on this one.
You're just being mean.
This was like much more just visual novel.
It has an inventory, you can combine things, you move from scene to scene, and you solve puzzles to continue. It's literally the definition of a point and click.
That was too bare bones.
Mean. Well, I'm voting for
I mean, you could try, I'm just saying, like, from what I can see, that is like way too bare bones to be point and click.
Sad. It's not a visual novel though. It has more than visual novel-y.
Yeah, but it's between the two. And I don't think it's really enough to be an adventure title either, which is usually the step below point and click. This fits more neatly into visual novel.
It has a cursor.
That's not enough.
It has an inventory. And you freaking point and click at stuff.
Spaces in it that you pretty much use immediately.
But you combine items. You have to use them specifically.
Yeah, no, I'm still not. I mean, you could try. I just would disagree.
Well, it's not like anyone's confirming any genres or dealing with any disputes, so nah.
We're playing catch up. Thank you very much.
It's from August still? But yeah, simple point and clicks are still point and clicks. Anyway, whatever. I shall submit genre. I don't think it even has any genres. Like, there's no genres on it. I don't know if it's been in the voting thing, but it literally does not have any genres in.
It would be on the voting thing right now because it just came out.
Okay, I don't know when the
So you could vote.
Shall vote point and click visual novel because both of them should be on it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long it's open for. 2nd of Feb. Is it 2 weeks then?
It's supposed to be something like that, but could just be until we confirm as well.
Cool.
Because, like, you know.
Well, I know genre voting closes at some point, so...
But I think it's been less than 2 weeks for this one being out.
Oh no, sorry. That was my question. How long is it open for? Is it 2 weeks? Because it was the 2nd of February and it's the 13th today, so that's less than 2 weeks. Is where I was getting my maths.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 weeks. So next week? No, wait. When did it come out?
2nd
No,
of
that would be
February.
like Thursday or Friday?
Yeah. Okay.
Theoretically? And not necessarily leaky.
Anyway, I'll finish this off stream. Thank you to Jesse for
Yeah, I don't know what we're thanking me for.
joining me today. We're thanking you for joining me
No,
today.
Dan, I think I'm gonna call it here myself as well.
Okie dokes. Yeah. I'll be back Thursday with something. You're streaming some POG thing tomorrow, right?
No.
No?
Avian.
Whatever. I don't know what that is. What is it?
It's a different tournament.
Okay. Well, good luck with the tournament tomorrow. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, I've been Joe. He's been Jesse. I'm otherwise known as Angel SK. He's otherwise known as Radical Sniper 99. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I thought it was quite a good game.
Well.
So, yeah. We've built the boyfriend. Now I'm going to bed.
I don't know if we really built a boyfriend is the problem.
Well, we built a kid. We gained a boyfriend and built a kid. A boyfriend was obtained in some manner, right? Because we did the good ending.
I don't know. They didn't make it very clear.
Well, it was Papa and Mama. It felt very clear to me. But then I read a lot of gay romance, and it literally is touted as a BL game. Boy love.
I know what BL stands for.
Okay. Well, it can mean many things, so I was clarifying what meaning I meant.
Oh, I knew.
Okay. Well, I like the gay romance, because it's cute.
Okay.
And there was Fluffy. I'm going to bed. So,
Okay.
I'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.